Good evening and welcome to tonight's episode of Eat, Crit and Survive, where a bunch of people gather in different locations for the first time in a long time to play some Dungeons and Dragons. Due to a various amount of things happening in life, me dying slightly,
which is really selfish, man.
You shouldn't have died.
I know. I'm sorry.
You can only die from Monday to Thursday. That's it.
So I have to survive on Friday. Is that what I'm saying?
Yeah. Exactly.
But I've come back. I had a throat infection crossed with a cold sort of thing. I don't know what the hell's going on. It's just some sort of bug that went around.
Not COVID.
Yeah, not COVID, crucially, because it's about 4 weeks it's been ticking.
So we made this assumption after about 2 days.
Yeah.
It's like, it's not COVID.
Not COVID.
It's still breathing. It's fine.
Yeah.
It'll walk.
Why so selfish that we had to wait so long?
All right. But we are a man down for the moment. Tom will be with us later.
Say it with more confidence.
Tom will be home
With
later.
us later.
Tom will be back later. And joining us then. So, in the meantime, how is everyone? It's been a while.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I'm good.
saw.
I had the week off work.
Nice.
Mine and Danny's 4-year marriage anniversary and 10-year being together anniversary yesterday.
Oh,
Really? 4 years? Wow.
you guys are sticking it out pretty well, aren't you?
Doing all right. You got to stay together for the kid now.
Yeah, exactly.
Please tell me she heard that.
Maybe.
Yeah, you'll find out if he turns up next week.
At the break, I'll find out.
You'll find out when you go up and you just all go to bed and you just find that there's a dirty nappy just left on your
On
side.
my side, yes.
Joins us next week. It's the 1 week anniversary of my divorce.
Ross, why have you got a black eye?
Oh, yeah. Probably from Arthur, to be fair. He's a puncher.
He was a hugger, now he's a puncher. He's going to be a boxer.
If I stirred
Yeah,
it,
hugging and punching, that's all boxing is.
Yep. And then they get in trouble for hugging too much.
It says the guy who watches UFC, which is just a bar brawl.
It's fantastic.
Hey, it's not a bar brawl. There's no alcohol. It'd be much more fun if they were drunk.
True, but there's flying knees and clawing and everything.
Other sports are available.
No, it's not.
I can see Connor's like...
Other sports are available. I mean, yeah, if you can call the other one sport, I mean,
don't you?
Connor's about to walk across his room and flop past the camera going...
Is that your impression of footballers?
oh no, footballers would never be on their feet for that long.
No, that's true. Well, you've over. To be fair, neither are you usually.
No, that's my job to dive in the ground.
Yeah, exactly.
Found that ambition as a child. Look at that, a puddle. Ah, boom. Parents going, goalkeeper or rugby player. And he's far too delicate to be a rugby player, so goalkeeper it is.
Yeah.
Well, look how safe that kept me.
Yeah.
Thank God I didn't pick rugby, eh?
I was going to say, go back to like episode 43 of this show, and that's when we first started streaming it. And it's just you sat there with an iPad. It's you, me, Ross, and Tom in your garage.
Yeah.
Everyone else was gone.
And the original ones with the Tiamat fight, I'm on crutches.
Yeah.
I think I've been medically hurt for about 40% of all these episodes. COVID has been the best thing for me, really. Everyone's being kept inside, and it's been a blast. My body has never felt so protected.
Is that because you haven't been able to go to the gym, though? You've just sort of been eating cake?
Exactly. Dom hasn't seen me for the whole of 2020. When normally he would have.
Okay, I'm kind of curious. I mean, you look fairly normal from the waist up. Have you just got like thick thighs now?
No, I was thinking more of the head. You're in radiology, aren't you? So you just do X-rays.
I mean, you didn't turn up in my bit anyway. You haven't been made radioactive yet. I'm sure you.
I'm working on it.
Yeah, I'm sure you can come up with something that needs you to do that if need be. If you try.
I'm going to say I don't know how many more I have to do. Yeah, I don't know how many more I've got to do. I've had 43 X-rays and 5 MRIs. I'm starting like the Hulk never had that much, surely.
He just had one atomic bomb that went off.
Yeah, that's what I'm building up to. I'm waiting for like the next time I wake up and I'm just like an abomination.
As a radiology person, I can tell you need quite a lot of X-rays to be the equivalent of one atomic bomb.
Okay, give me a number. I'll set a target.
You
again?
I've got a target. I'll say, Connor, I've got a cricket bat. Yeah, Connor's got a target and a hammer. It's fine.
You don't need a cricket bat, just a tennis ball. Untold damage a tennis ball can do. Untold.
Oh no, we can tell you exactly what damage it did to you. Anyway, we're stalling because everything is going to be terrible later.
I've just realised that the stream says we're still playing COD, so I just need to try to figure out.
Should probably change that.
Just trying to figure out how we're going to change that. At the moment, it looks like there's a fish outbreak right now. That's what it says. It says COD outbreak. Let's go.
We're in a desert. Something weird's going on.
I got it, Ross.
Thank you.
I mean, if it had been while we were doing the Poseidon stuff, that would have been great. Could have played into it.
About 4 weeks ago. Would have been interesting to see COD at that depth, though. You don't normally see COD at Atlantis.
Are we genuinely talking about how deep
Yes.
COD swim?
We're stalling whilst Connor sorts out the things.
I've done it.
Fixed.
I've done it.
Yeah.
We are professionals here.
We are professionals at Equip. Someone's paid us at some point, or we paid someone to do our nice new logo.
Yeah, new logo.
Yes, we have a new logo.
All right, tell us about the
Twitch,
logo.
It's not on Twitch yet, but check
Not
out
on
our
Twitch yet.
social medias. Great. If you want to go see the new logo, check out the social medias. There you go.
I did download it. I did download it onto my PC.
And while you're checking out the social medias, give us a like and a follow, and retweet or send us on to all your followers, and spread the word of how wonderful and professional we are.
If Matt's got me as the pin talker, the subscribe button is about here, and the bell icon is around about here. You just press that, and it'll alert you every time we go live and every time we post a video. We'll give you a minute to press it. Don't worry.
There we go. I'm in control, but I did pin you for that wonderful.
that moment. But yes, our new logo, you can see it on at Eat Crit Survivors on Twitter feeds. You've got Eat Crit Survivors on YouTube. Also need to update that one, Colin, when you get a chance.
On YouTube?
The YouTube logo.
Oh, I don't want to work YouTube, mate. I'm the Twitch guy. I don't do YouTube.
I'll do the YouTube. But Laura, tell us about who it came from.
Yes, it came from my sister's boyfriend, who is also known as the Amy's other half. No.
He's also known as my sister's boyfriend.
He is called Rich. He does Rich's Live on Twitch and is also at Pickup Change Toe on Twitter. And he does a lot of video editing for games and very Doctor Who-ish. And he does a bit of graphic designing on the side. So he lovingly did our logo for us. And yes,
he lovingly extorted us for the logo, yes.
No, we're offered to pay.
Didn't extort us, just Amy.
Yes, but no, on his Twitch feed, everyone calls his like Amy's partner.
Why is he? I keep meaning to ask you about this change tone thing.
He used to do tap dancing.
Naturally.
Pick up change toe is a move.
There you go. We have learned a thing today.
Yes.
Seems like a really wide thing to go from tap dancing into graphic design, but I like the change.
Yeah, he
It's
did
a bold move.
A lot of performances when he was younger, and then went into video editing and graphic design.
But can
But
still do Swan Lake whenever he wants.
That's ballet.
Yeah.
You could tap it. I'm sure he could. You could tap that, sure. You couldn't not ignore that.
We chose to.
No.
So if you want to find out what happens to us on our previous episodes, you can go have a look on our YouTube channel. We are Eat, Crit and Survive. We try and upload them every Friday, usually.
I feel like it's been so long, I probably need to watch the previous episode to find out what's going on.
I did.
Efficient.
Is that because you were lonely, Colin? You didn't want to do something? D&D was coming.
No, I legitimately was sat in traffic for 3 hours. So I thought I might as well catch up on what the hell we were doing.
Bless you. So,
yes, recap, please.
Where we last left off, the Wandering Stars had made their way down through Atlantis to find the seventh of their gems and fragments of God's essence that they could use to create these fragments that would contain the visionary's souls once they've been defeated. After coming back from a particularly nasty fight where Asher did not survive and her soul was taken away to Odin from Valhalla, you came down the next morning, you found Asher at the dinner table.
I walked it off.
With Cedric with no mushrooms.
He's got a scratch.
It transpired that Cedric had had a conversation with the Raven Queen and had negotiated a deal. That Asher would come back and Cedric would be forever changed, let's say. The problem with that being that should one of them die, the other would also fall. So they are now intrinsically linked for the remainder of time. Kafina took this all rough. Sorry?
Which sucks for Cedric.
Yeah, right. Kafina took this rather quite badly. And once they returned to
I don't know why. It's very simple. Someone close to her died and then was alive again. It's very uncomplicated. Happens every week.
Not the most emotional roller coaster at all.
Yeah, not at all.
Literally saw my best friend, like one of my best friends, chomped on by a shark, bloody remains all around us, sort of thing.
How the fuck do you think I felt?
Yeah, I reckon.
I was the one in the mud.
Let's just put it this way: you were just happy to like, I finally get to play that wizard.
So close, twice.
But having returned to Alpha and had some conversation, Kafina announced that she was going to be departing to go to Sparta to go and take care of something that she felt she had to do before returning to Hephaestus. You guys realised that the final mission that you would have to undertake would be the fragment of Gaia, or something to do with the Earth to counteract the air visionary. Realising that there was only one place that you knew where Gaia resided, a couple of other possibilities, Gaia's vengeance and Gaia's desire, right in the middle of God, I'm blanking on Fjaros, but that's what I was looking for. Blanking on my own continent. You decided to go to Gaia's temple in the Great Expanse, where you lost Vesset so long ago, and at least 4 of you lost your lives. I think it was Asher, Kelatar, Cedric, and George.
That was before my time.
Asher got teleported out. R2 ran away because he could, and Kafina wasn't really there. So, don't worry about that one. So as you stop shaking your head at me.
No.
Okay. As you.
I remember the following session.
Yes, 2 hours of shopping and then we'll take it. But you teleported to the spot in the sky above the temple of Gaia and found nothing to behold except for sand and sunny skies.
Sand, more sand.
And that is where we pick up. So, from the sky, all you can see is the vast sand. The blazing heat pours down on you. It's a very welcome change to the chill of your base. But by contrast, you are wearing your wet winter gear. Your winter gear. So it is hot and sticky. And at this point, it is time to go a little bit weird because of when you arrived at Jorvik and Alfheim. I would say at this point it is about 5 in the afternoon. Despite the fact you've only just gotten up.
I was just saying, what time did you get up? No, roughly how long have we been awake?
You've been awake for about 4 hours.
Sure. Well, that's good.
Including time that you spent in Alfheim doing stuff.
Oh.
Didn't you say we were going to the temple? Have we come to the wrong place?
guess there's literally no features. It's just desert, isn't it?
There's deserts, there's an occasional cactus. It's like an occasional table, just put out randomly. A few sand dunes.
Hold on, did you just say there's an occasional cactus?
There's an occasional cactus, yes.
I would like to go up to the cactus, please.
Okay. How are you getting down? Because currently you are in the airship.
Oh, yeah. I jump. No, I don't really. That's just my real plan. To have Asher forsaken by her god, and then to commit suicide so we both die.
That would be the ultimate Ross prank.
Cedric was evil all along.
I mean, I'm gonna come. Shall we descend?
Yes.
Okay. And I'm going to take off some of this winter stuff. It's far too hot here.
It is rather warm.
Okay.
I will wait until we have descended.
Yeah, you descend and strip as you head down. Kellaton would probably do that.
Yes.
You get down and sit next to and land near a cactus.
I will use 3 of the 4 charges in the Staff of the Woodlands to cast Speak with Plants.
Okay.
You imbue plants within 30 feet of you with limited sentience and animation, giving them the ability to communicate with you and to follow your simple commands. You can question plants about events in the spell's area, and within the past day, which might be too long, it might be too long ago, gaining information about creatures that have passed, weather and other circumstances. You can also turn difficult terrain caused by blah 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 blah. That's not the rest of it's not the important bit. The important bit is the talking bit.
Okay.
Hello. Hello, cactus.
Yeah.
Firstly, what is your name? Do you have a name? Cactus. You might not have a name. I don't know if cactus.
No one's talked to me before on a cactus.
Would you have a preference on a name? I'm going to call you Prickly.
That sounds offensive.
No, you are mistaken.
Paul.
Paul, okay. Paul. There used to be a temple here. I'm just wondering if you know anything about that.
Yeah, it used to be there. Been buried.
Is it where we're standing, though? Mostly.
I can't see, so...
Oh, okay. Well, I just wanted to make sure that we weren't in the wrong place.
I mean, there was one nearby. I think it's where the little men run from.
Sorry, the little men.
Yeah.
Can you describe them, please?
Small, scaly, run out at night.
Okay. Have you seen anyone else recently?
No.
Okay.
I mean, you.
Yes. Wait, I thought you didn't have eyes.
How would I be able to give you a description of a consent thing?
Yes, that is true. I'm just trying to understand. Okay. Is there any other information that you think might be useful? We're going to go down into the temple and see if we can dispose of some bad people.
I mean, I only see above the ground.
Oh, okay. That's fine. Do you know could you tell me how many of the small, scaly people you've seen?
4.
Oh, okay. Can you please tell me where they come out from?
There.
Where is there?
Over there.
He does have the ability for some animation, but I don't know if he's too stiff to move.
Breeze walks through the top.
Hold on. Wait.
This is the animation this is the motion that he's had.
Wait a minute. Can someone just go stand over there, please? And I just point in a general direction he might be motioning.
Okay, I go.
Is it where this person is stood?
No.
Is it to the left or the right?
Back and right, I think. It was dark, I can't really see.
I will... Just, can you move back a bit more
Okay.
to your left, my right? How about here?
I follow those directions.
I can't see it anymore.
Oh. But in that direction.
Probably. It was dark, I couldn't see.
Yes, that is fair. You have been
Can-
very helpful.
Can I see anything of note where I am, having been...
Make an investigation check.
Investigation. Okay. Shame it's not perception.
No.
Really, shame it's not perception. 5.
Nothing you can see. There's sand.
I investigate the sand. It's coarse and rough and irritating, and it gets everywhere.
Yeah. Like the sand. It's the same as other sands. And yet different.
Before the time on this spell runs out, is there anything I can do for you? Some water or shade or rocks?
I'm kind of full, and I kind of need the sun.
Do you want more of those things?
I mean, yeah.
Okay.
Sunbeam.
Just blow a hole through. Okay, I will see what I can do. Thank you for your help.
Oh.
And I will go back to the group and say to you...
Wait.
Oh,
Come on.
yes.
You see on the back of my head, there's a flower.
Yes.
Could you take it to the cactus over that way?
I will pluck the flower off the back.
Ow!
Sorry.
Fuck! Ow!
I presumed that's what you wanted.
Ow! Yes!
Otherwise I'd have to carry you over there.
I mean, I wouldn't mind. A little conversation. She's
I
hot.
think that might be more damage to you than good.
Possibly. I don't know what's below me, actually.
I don't know if I want to look.
I mean, you're handling my genitals right now, so...
Okay, anyway, I'll go do that for you. I'll come back in a moment. What do you want me just... Do you want me to... mush? Together?
If she consents. I'm all about consent. I'm not going to force her to take my flower.
Within 30 feet of me? Okay, I don't... Yeah, so it's just it's thing itself. So I could go over to the other cactus. I go... Hello.
Yes.
The cactus over there, whose name he's decided is Paul, asks if you would consent to his flower being mushed against your flower.
Oh my! Well, I never. That is most forward of him. I don't know why I'm shrugging like this. But
I mean,
I will take Paul's flower.
Okay. Can you just not look whilst I'm doing it, please? It's kind of weird.
Why, sure, you big, tall man.
I just... Mushy the...
Oh! And then you're wishing, oh god, can I drop concentration? Can I drop concentration? It's very awkward few minutes for Cedric before the spell eventually ends.
I will put the flower down and go back over to Paul. I can't really talk to him anymore, but also, it's been done. Thank you for your help.
It's interesting. I didn't know Rule 34 was in the DMG.
Well, first of all, can I see Cedric's discomfort?
Yes.
5 points enough.
What I like to watch is that as you extend your hand out, it blurred. So it just sort of extends this.
It's not safe to Twitch.
Yeah. God damn it, pollination rules.
Okay.
No idea if that's how.
No stamens on Twitch.
Yep.
Exactly.
Okay, so the cactus was kind of helpful. His name was Paul, and he liked this cactus over there. But more importantly, there are at least 4 kobolds who have left. I presume kobolds are the small, scaly people. And somewhere here is an entrance to the temple. Maybe we just need to find it.
I can't see anything over here. Did Paul say how long ago he saw the creatures?
Was it within the last day? He didn't say, but
it was in the last.
He
said it was at night.
At night.
Yes.
Last night.
Can I go over to the traveling and try it and
make an investigation check? DC slightly higher.
I will give guidance. Guidance.
D4.
My brain's just going mush. 24.
24. Okay.
How do you D&D?
How do I add? How do you do forward math?
Same as reverse math, but in reverse.
Yes. So you look around, and eventually you come across some tracks for 3-clawed creatures, 3-toed creatures. As you sort of study them, the creatures seem to be bipedal and heading out into the desert.
I follow the tracks.
Which way? To the source or where they went?
To the source.
Okay. You follow them backwards, and you find that there is something not quite right in the evenness. The rest of the sand is sort of relatively smooth apart from where it's been stepped, but it's sort of lumpy.
Can I carefully try and brush some of the sand aside?
Okay, if you do, you start brushing it away, and your hand feels something smooth and bumpy.
Sorry, smooth and bumpy.
Smooth in the texture, but bumpy in its form. So, like you're rubbing against bubble wrap, effectively. So you've got smooth texture to it, but the actual physical form is bumpy.
I think I found something, but I don't know what.
Okay, but we could brush more sand off and see.
I brush a little bit more.
Brush a little bit more.
I will do some brushing as well.
Okay. Until you brush it away, eventually it becomes clear that this is a head. A stone head. Of some other humanoid creature, most likely looks like to be human, with a very bad case of acne.
Have
that is looking
found a statue of someone that might have seen a basilisk?
You've certainly found the head of one.
Cool.
Because as you sort of keep pushing away and you move it, it is holding down a sack, a hessing sack.
Holding it down?
Sat on a corner, just waiting.
Try and retrieve said hessing sack?
You lift it, and it's there's resistance, mostly because of the sand on top of it, but there's also weights in other corners, you suspect.
I will pop out my arms and attempt to sort of lift off whatever's weighing it down.
Okay, you sort of dig away with the sand, sort of speed digging with 5 arms. 4 arms. You find 3 more of these individually humanoid heads. One of them is a kobold that is sort of that looks downtrodden in its petrified state. A tiefling that one of the horns has sort of been hooked through the sack to hold it down, and what was probably a Goliath based on the size of the head.
Am I able to disentangle them or shift them so we can get at the sack?
Yeah, easily enough. You're able to just sort of lift them out of the way. They're not that heavy. Just sort of imagine a football filled with concrete. Easy enough to just roll and get out of the way. And then you lift the sack up. There is a tunnel that goes down into the sands.
Not what I was expecting.
So there's nothing in the sack. The sack was like acting as a cover for the tunnel,
preventing too much sand from going into it. Yes.
That makes sense.
Can we see into the hole?
It goes down for about 10 feet, and then it turns into sand. Turns into stone. And it goes down at a sort of gradual gradient. But you can see that there are all sorts of claw marks that have been used for creatures to climb up one side. As these two are doing this, Cedric, you look around because you think you hear something on the wind. And coming over the dune, sort of maybe 300 feet southwest of you, there is a humanoid creature just sort of making its way over, walking through the sand.
I shoot on sight.
Okay. Jared, would you describe your character?
Yeah, so as you see coming over the dune, the first thing you probably see is, I'm just honestly copying the picture they give you by default, but this yellow and orange crest, and what you're seeing is a green lizard folk. Wearing fairly light leather armor, but having quite the assortment of weaponry and a sack strapped to themselves. At the moment, walking along with their bow drawn and ready, and they just seem to be walking through the dunes and, yeah, I guess moving towards you guys.
Drawn or knocked? Because otherwise they're wandering around like that.
No. He's got it notched, but he's not like pointing at. He's not like.
Yeah. No, that's fine. I'm making clarification because drawn suggests that they're doing at least that.
Sorry, notched, just notched.
Notched, yeah.
Okay. Everyone, we might have some company. I don't know if we want to hide.
I mean, if I was you guys, I'd be attacking immediately. I don't know.
There's one lizard folk over that way.
Lizard folk has seemed to have noticed your big blimp.
Maybe we should hide behind the big blimp.
Hide behind Paul.
Oh,
just slowly have it pivot.
The relationship with Paul has got a little bit weird in the last sort of 30 seconds, I'm going to be honest, so... Okay, maybe we should prepare to attack.
Colin doesn't understand why he went missing.
No, I don't.
Yeah, Foundling will be kind of meerkatting out of the hole to keep an eye on this poaching thing.
Uh-huh. Oh, you've actually climbed into the hole?
Yeah. It's a place to hide.
Yeah, fair enough. It's a 15-foot hole, so it does accommodate your arms.
I will have Genesis and Shield drawn ready.
Okay.
And keeping an eye out for anything else if this is just a scout. And then
Make a perception check.
I would love to. 28.
Okay, you look around. There does not appear to be any other humanoids coming across the sand, nothing in the sky. There's a sandstorm, maybe about 5 miles away, but going in the opposite direction.
Okay.
Should really get my drones to talk.
How much have you
Send them out and be like, buy you what you want.
Laura's just sitting there with a big glass of, I presume, gin, and just like, I should get my drones to talk. Just like random music.
Why can I imagine that like mid-combat? But what if they spoke?
What if they could think for themselves?
They were sentient.
If they could deliver vicious mockery to the enemy, that'd be good.
No, it's great because then we get all the cutaway scenes where the two drones are like, I can't believe what she did today. I know, it was ridiculous.
Or no, one of them would be like, I can't believe what happened today. It was like, whoa! And it's been smashed to pieces again.
Hey, they're fine now. They're all right now.
Both of them. For how long?
Yeah. For how long? Oh, Droney has been retired because he got too much damage and literally was obliterated. So.
Yeah, so fine. Anyway.
Retired.
Oh, I guess I will. How far away are they now?
About 150 feet.
Okay, I mean that's potentially shouting distance. Don't really want to shout with a
Yeah.
but I'm gonna optimistically wave.
You wave like Opti.
Like,
with what do you wave with, Cedric? The shield or the axe? Very, very different signal.
The axe, I think.
With my axe.
My.
Do you hold it with two hands above your head?
Just so they can say, kiss me.
Oh, an awful film.
Is that a Tuscan Raider over there, or what?
Yeah. You see unknown lizard folk that there is a furbolg who has donned a shield and is waving an axe in the air.
Yeah, in response to that, I'll probably, instead of just walking up to him, because I thought that was going to be easy enough, I'm going to stop. I'm going to put my, I'm letting go of the notched end of the arrow. I'm holding my bow like that, and then I'm going to place it on the ground next to me.
Okay.
And wait, and stand, instead of walking, I'm going to stand and wait to see what that response is.
Don't worry, guys. I will go and diplomatically talk to this new person.
I send a drone along just in case to back up Cedric in case something happens.
Are you spending an energy to be able to scribe through it, or?
I can see. How far away is he?
150
feet away.
I couldn't see from that. That's
Okay, fine. Whether you wanted to listen or not.
No, just
okay.
fight fast. I got back.
All right.
I was kind of hoping someone was going to stop Cedric, but I guess he's going to negotiate on his own. Yep, no worries.
No, Cedric, you're not alone. Ronad is coming with you.
Yes.
You can do it, healer.
I'm going to pop out the hole and move so I'm within 100 feet, but I'm not going to get any nearer than that.
Okay, you follow Cedric 50 feet.
Unfortunately for you, Cedric, now this is part of your life where he goes, I have to go. Because if he goes over there and gets stabbed, so I have to go with him.
I should go over there. Not going to. Okay. So Kelatar and Leela stand by the hole. Family walks 50 feet closer. Lyra, I'm going to say. Oh, you're still in the crowd. But it's getting warm in
here. Yeah, so it's going to be really hot
here. You're not in a crab, you're on a slow cooker.
Okay, the doors are open. I'm standing on top of the crab.
Okay. I imagine you've got part of Droney left over just a fan and you just turn it into a small hand fan.
Yes,
on a scale of 1 to baby back ribs, how do you feel?
Alright, so we'll say that Lyra goes and sounds the family, Leela, Kelatar, and the crab are at the back. And Cedric and Asher approach the lizard folk with Dronad.
Yep.
That's a sentence you never get to say often.
I don't have any weapons drawn because I feel like that would be too much.
I still have my weapons drawn.
I'm assuming you're not wearing your armor, Asher.
No, it would be an oven.
Yeah.
You got to admit though, Ash's body is the weapon. Like, you know, just walking
the
up.
armor is for you, not for me.
As I approach, is what kind of potential can I ascertain ability? I think is the question I'm asking here. So obviously, as a
does it look like a threat?
Make an insight.
Yeah, sure. I would lovey-dovey. 15.
15. They have a bow, so they're probably going to be somewhat proficient at hunting. They look relatively well suited for traversing this sort of terrain. That doesn't necessarily mean anything other than they are good at traversing sand, and they are a lizard person, so that kind of makes sense. Beyond that, there's a sack, possibly with some stuff in it.
Yeah, you'd also probably see, like, I have a shield strapped to one side, a short sword down the other side. I'm obviously a mixed fighter, so...
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's got a sword!
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
We should kill it immediately.
Evil voice.
That's a villain if I ever heard.
Voldemort.
I mean, personally, I just had to help one cactus have sex with another cactus, so I'm feeling a little bit mixed with my emotions right now. How are you?
I'm okay. I have been guided, I believe, to this location. Maybe.
Guided by who?
The Scaled Mother. Sort of one who speaks to us from ye old times, but believed to be the mother of all of us scaled folk.
Do I know anything about the Scaled Mother?
Probably not.
15!
15. You would have heard some relation to this. There are variations of the myth. Some believe it is a Scaled Mother. Some people believe that it is descended from Python, which you would have knowledge of being Artemis' brother, the enemy of Apollo. So it's you've heard stories of it, and it would make sense. There is gods are gods and spirits are spirits, so it's potentially a thing.
Not an evil god or anything like that, then.
No, just one that has sculpted lizard and reptilian-like creatures.
Okay.
One interpretation you have heard of this is that it's Tiamat, but that's probably that is one interpretation of it.
Yes.
And some people do call her, some kobolds in particular call her Scale Mother. I think you're invested maybe mentioning it once.
Okay. You've been guided here to do what, please?
Well, there seems to have been a lot of disturbance over times lately. Some of my brethren have gone missing. I feel on the winds that I'm being called to return balance to this area. Something in the world has gone awry. I'm not sure, but I feel I am being guided.
Okay. Well, you should know that we're on a very important mission, and we will have to terminate you if you are a bad person.
Oh, well...
So, are you a bad person is what I'm asking.
Straight up.
What are your metrics for bad? I am merely of the land. I live in the circle.
Are you
I hunt, I kill, I eat, and one day I will die. That is nature.
Sure about that last bit.
Comes back as a lich.
I guess. Are you trying to bring the end of the world?
No, definitely not.
Can I see if this is a lie or not?
Make an insight check. Jared, roll a deception check if you want to.
Sure.
If you're, hang on.
You're not lying.
If you're lying, then make a deception check. If not, then roll a persuasion.
They're both the same roll, but because D&D Beyond will tell you what I'm rolling, I'm going to just roll my personal D20.
28.
28.
Fine.
What impression does Cedric get from you?
This guy, like, as he's talking, he doesn't really even carry much emotion. It seems like he just states things as they are. Just, you know, a simple kind of person or creature in that sense. So, yeah, his story probably checks out.
Okay.
Probably.
Okay. You said something about there being... In fact, why don't we have this conversation with everyone else, so I don't have to repeat everything you've said later?
Yes. Your friends, good people, as you said?
Yes. We are, we are, our intentions are good.
You're not here to disturb the balance of the desert, are you?
I don't know what that means, so no.
This desert lives in its own balance. The creatures, the heat, the wind. It all balances. There's something here, though, something not of this location that has been imbalancing it lately.
It might be Paul, the cactus.
I'm pretty sure that cactus has been here a long time.
At this point, Founding will have come up and will go, well, I don't think it can be us because we have only got here a little while ago.
I do not sense that you are being malicious towards the desert. I feel that maybe you are being guided and are seeking, as am I.
What?
Sure.
Well, follow me, but whilst we're walking back, where are you being guided to, do you know? You're just looking around in this area for something?
I let the winds guide me. They told me to come this way.
What?
Other than that, I know not.
Okay. Well, there is a weird tunnel system over here. Do you know anything about that?
No.
Oh.
On the whole,
This is quite a large desert. I don't exactly know every part of it.
Okay then. Oh, my name's Cedric, by the way. What's your name?
I am Foundling.
Nice to meet you. My name is Orashnir.
Oh, Schneer.
Bless you.
It's wonderful to meet you, Orschneer. If you could refrain from attempting to kill any of us, we will refrain from attempting to kill you.
I only kill what I hunt, and anything that poses danger to me or the desert.
Okay.
Oh, thank God
please,
that our little drow friend isn't here then.
please don't hunt us.
Okay, so, everyone, this is Orschneer.
Orashnir.
Orschneer, sorry.
It's close enough.
Everyone, this is everyone.
Hello, everyone. You definitely aren't of this desert. And you say you're certainly not here to destroy it or ruin the balance.
What would one need to do to ruin the balance?
Well, I can't be sure myself. Such a large desert, I'd be surprised anything could, but the winds...
Would maybe someone dicking around with the power of Gaia be
that sounds... That would definitely equate to what I'm feeling. Yes.
We think there may be some people located in a buried temple here that are attempting to do just that, and we're here to stop them and hopefully gain Gaia's favor in exchange.
I see. Well, then we are aligned in our goals.
Okay, I will insight check that, just for the hell of it.
Insight check.
Literally rush made this character like today.
Don't worry, we'll dive into every crevice of your backstory.
I know. Go ahead. I love to try and improv this shit.
Yeah, 16 insights. Are you persuading, deceiving?
I've got a -2 in each of them. I mean, a -1 in each of those. So whatever I roll, I'm probably going to miss. Let's go for it. 13.
Yeah, you kind of get the sense that the goals, the end goals aren't similar, but the overall, the effects that both of you would have on finishing your mission would probably benefit the other's goals. Allied by convenience, I think, is probably the phrase we use.
I think we can work together. I'm one of the later members to join this group, and it was my god that guided me to come and join them. So I believe your god could have sent you here to join us for this mission.
Sorry, just a quick one. Lyra is actually here, right?
Yes, there is.
Yes.
Quick question: do the Orionids wear a badge?
They do have a brand, yes.
Yeah. Okay, so at this point, I guess he'll notice and be like, an Orionid. Yes, I feel much more comforted. Your lot help keep the desert safe. They do. Like, they've got an outpost at the edge of the desert.
There actually has showing because of the armor that she wears, but yeah, we'll go with it.
That's Lady Orionid, I do believe.
Orion, technically.
Yeah, Lady Orion.
You haven't even asked what gender I am.
You're a lizard.
Exactly.
We walk around with
Beat me to
foundling.
it.
We know that.
Has anyone seen all those snake people memes lately? I love those. Those are hilarious.
Yes, I have. And we'll move on very
I
quickly.
haven't, but
The boob ones.
you could send me some. I was going to say privately, but that sounds very dubious.
It's not. It's hilarious.
I'm just
Send you
thinking,
my personal stash.
don't clutch up the main chat with them.
What are the preferred pronouns of Oroshni?
Hasn't actually said, and I didn't. I was just going to leave it that you.
I'm
couldn't tell
asking
the
you
gender.
because I need to know because I might say at some point.
Just they, I guess.
They,
Again,
them,
like,
would-
I mean, they do have a gender. I just don't think they really care too much for it. So
Okay, fine.
you know.
Always go with they, there, unless told otherwise.
Yep. Two people there now.
Or you could just call him by his name all the time. That'll work.
I'll do.
You just said his, so anyway, never mind. We'll go with they then. So, what are you guys doing?
We're getting in the hole.
Yeah, sorry, can I get a description of the hole again? I was making a lot of notes.
So the hole is about 15 feet across and it dives down into the sand, curving at a gradient that only crawled creatures could climb it easily.
As in, it goes down.
Yeah.
Okay.
After about 10 feet, the sand turns to stone, which suggests that there is the influence of the Gorgons has somehow turned this tunnel into a stone construction to make it permanent. And then it sort of curves away from you, as you can see it.
Can I send a drone down
Sure.
with a camera?
Okay, send it down. Let's try and make a stop check. Drone ad.
What was
I think it was a +2.
the dex is a +2, so yes.
The drone ad.
There's actually the droney 0.3. I forgot.
Oh, you have got droney
I
0.3.
didn't retire, so but I'll send drone ads because
Okay,
drone ads isn't that much.
drone ad's the OG.
It's 10.
10. There's a slight hum as it floats
Yeah.
down. As it goes through, the tunnel goes about 80 feet and then levels out. Looking around, seems to turn it. There is a passageway, one to the right, one to the left. As it sort of extends out. This is a regular means of get out there. You can see that there are knapsacks and bundles that are set just by the side of the hole. But there seems to be a few empty slots. Probably creatures have taken these as they've gone out. And on the far wall, there are tarpaulins and some sticks and pegs that seem to be used for shelter.
So it looks kind of recently used.
Yeah, there's
Not abandoned.
it looks like, no, it's not bad at all. It looks as if there is fairly continuous activity here.
Okay, so there's 2 corridors, left and a right.
Mhm.
There's also equipment down here,
Mhm.
but more survival equipment rather than fighting equipment.
Seemingly, yes.
Okay. There's definitely people down there. Well, they might not be here, they might be out somewhere else, but they definitely use this spot. So, yes. I don't want to send a drone any further. I mean, I could pick a corridor and see which way it goes. I don't know if I could control both the drones to go down in it.
You would only be able to stride through one of them this
Yeah.
time.
I'll keep it to that one.
Mhm.
I guess I could go down the left one for a little bit, just to kind of left or right, left or right, left or right. Miss the try. It's an odd one. We'll go left.
Go left. Okay. As you turn left, there is a fork that seems to come. Another fork. You seem to be separated by this sort of pillar of stone that comes up and collapses in. And as you're going along, you're noticing that it's slowly shifting from brickwork and sort of mosaics of Gaia, mason with Uranus and Uranus, the various Titans and the other aspect of it was part of the mythology, to a sort of more slimy, dank, mold-like substance that covers the walls.
Oh. That's a bit.
But as the passage splits, you can see actually as you're looking down, it does appear to rejoin. It doesn't seem to be separated by this stone rock that has come up.
Okay, I am.
Good. Left or right? But make a perception check.
No, that's Wednesday game.
31. I have a +12 on perception. I rolled a 19.
Okay. Looking along, you can see from Dreads coming around the corner at the far end of the passage are 5 kobolds, each holding sort of a spear and sort of chatting away. Annoying with them. Do not understand this. It's a small, like halfling-sized dragon form, right?
Okay.
But they are much smaller and slender, a lot more squat, and just sort of, kind of tiny lizard person. Generic word.
And they're coming just round the corner.
They're coming around the corner and they're sort of walking towards where Dronad is. They look like they are veering to the left side of the tunnel from their perspective.
Okay.
So you're right.
So yeah, can I just hide the drone? I'm not going to go into it. Can I just hide it next to the wall where they won't be able to see it as they pass?
Yeah, so you fly it around to the right hand side from that space. So you're like you go left, you both go left effectively, and go
turn to like watch them.
Yeah, you go up. But there you can go up and be out of very high ceilings in this area. So you sort of go up and sort of hide in the shadows. Yes. 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 Yeah.
Yeah, God, totally pissing when
and they sort of just toddle along and they follow the past. They sort of stop, have a look at the piles of stuff. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Yes, it is. No. Boppy. One of them just bops the other one on the head with his stick.
Classic bop on the head.
Yeah.
And that's right near pretty much near the hole that everyone we're at.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they sort of.
So I'll just kind of motion everyone just because they're right down that hole.
Sort of sit there and they just sort of sit down and each reach round and they pull out what looks to be half a fish.
Oh god, they're gonna settle down.
And they just seem to be having lunch.
Okay. I'll send Dronad in.
In where?
Carry on. So carry on the way I was going before they came in.
He goes round the corridor and there appears to be another passageway that goes off to the right, and then there is a massive chamber to the left hand side. Sort of extend, you sort of go in and stay high to the ceiling. Sort of look around, make a social check again.
Come on, it's a bit like this time again. 26.
You look around and you can see that over on the left-hand side of the large chamber, there are 2 cages near a pillar of rock that seems to be holding up the ceiling, where 2 metallic bull-like creatures are sleeping. There are also some, as it sort of goes around, sort of following another pillar of rock that's holding up the ceiling, in this 100-foot high room. Goes around the right, where there's another passageway that sort of reconnects with the one that you were at before. There are various supplies, and there are about, on the far side, what look to be 16 kobolds that are asleep.
Okay.
And there's a sort of pool of water over on the far side. That's about all you can see at the moment.
Okay. Well,
There are various, staying as far back in the room as you can, sort of not intrude too much.
yeah.
That's about all you can see at all.
Okay. I'm gonna bring Dronad out and kind of back towards us, but obviously not straight into the pack.
Make me stealth check for me.
Oh no. Oh, unnatural 20.
Okay. Doesn't disturb the sleeping kobold. Comes back around to where the other kobolds are sat, having their lunch still. They seem to have had some bread from somewhere. You're not quite sure where.
Am I able to leave Dronad just hovering kind of in that passageway where she was flying over them?
Yeah.
Just up there, just for now.
Yeah.
And I'll stop flying in that.
Sure.
And I'll kind of turn back round to everyone and just kind of quietly be like, how many of them were down there?
5.
Would she know what kobolds are?
I'd say yes. She's smart.
Yeah, she's smart. Okay. Passage down. 5 kobolds. Eating lunch. Fish and bread, I don't know.
Lunch at this time.
Dronad went to the left, a right, and then a left, and then a right. It's just one passageway. And huge room. Lots of kobolds.
Yes.
And 2 balls in 2 cages. Yeah. Didn't get to explore the other passageway. Dronad's still in there. But many people. Not many people. 5 people right there. Got a plan? Are we going in?
I mean, our normal plan is to go in and just kill everything on sight. But it may not be the best plan.
If we can get past.
Dom?
If there are if there are prisoners in cages, we could try to release them. They might help us.
Did they look like prisoners or?
And they were in cages, I'm guessing that they were. And they're.
The balls were, the kobolds weren't.
Yeah, the 2 balls.
Just to clarify for everyone's benefit, yes.
Balls were in 2 cages, kobolds were just napping in the middle of the room. Didn't really get a good glimpse of the balls, but the fact they're in cages makes me think that they're in trouble.
Or are they in fact being kept in the cages and set free at the relevant moment?
Maybe, I mean, they're not really what we are looking for.
No, what we're looking for is a big gold ball of death with many eyes.
What are we actually looking for in here? Like, what have we come here for?
Gaia beholder.
What, the
beholder.
actual beholder?
Well, I want to kill it
Why?
because it
It killed me.
Okay.
So it also killed me.
Revenge aside, what are we actually looking for?
Well, killing the beholder because it's, if we can, because it's one of part of the organisation of the Cult of the Void, and we're hoping to find some way of getting in touch with Gaia to ask for her favour and fragment of power, which hopefully she'll be inclined to give us if we rid her temple of kobolds and beholders. So I guess we have a good reason for going in and killing everything.
I'm just saying, if we know what we're looking for, I can try and send Drona down the other path so we can kind of make our way rather than going into a room with balls and drones.
Okay. try the other path if you can, because if there's a big lot of kobolds, we should maybe try to avoid fighting them all at once.
Can I try and get Dronad past the 5?
Sure, spend another energy going back into Dronad. Yeah.
Oh, I don't know if I'm gonna spend another energy.
I believe it's an energy to.
It is, yeah. I totally want to because everything I've got is going to be energy based. Yeah, no, I don't.
I mean, did you leave Dronad? I thought you could talk while you were operating it. You just couldn't see.
She wouldn't be able to hear you. That's
okay.
Scrying, your focus is on.
Yeah, I was gonna. I came back into the outside world to kind of update you on everything there.
Back into the house.
You know what I meant.
I do. That's not taking the model.
I could, but really, I want to keep my resources if we are going to fight anything. I don't know. I mean, we can wait. They look like they were just having lunch. I don't know if they're going to be hanging around for the entire time. We could try and wait until they leave.
The problem with waiting is Kalatar found tracks leading out from here into the desert. Presumably, they returned. Will return at some point. So it may be easier to deal with 4 of them out here.
Can I sit my head down and hop?
How many tracks do you think? How many creatures do you think had made the tracks, Kalatar?
How many creatures do I think?
4.
I think four went out. And if what Leader said about there being books and things where they seem to be slightly empty by comparison to other things, I suspect they're still out.
So we could just wait here and ambush them when they return.
Asher, you would know from spending so much time traveling with Vesset. Vesset much preferred to travel at night because he did not like the sunlight. And that seems to be a very common thing between his people.
Because he had those glasses made.
Yeah, exactly. They prefer to travel at night. Like the drow, they have sensitivity to sunlight. So it sounds like it'd be a fair guess that wherever they've gone, if they're returning, they'll be returning at night.
What time is it?
About
by this point, it's about 6 o'clock.
So they're probably going to be back.
About 6 o'clock, but you're in sort of time.
We're in time.
Somewhere in time. I think where you are on the timeline.
123 months.
Yeah. You guys are probably somewhere sort of winter-ish.
So yeah, they're going to be about 2.
Well, you are on the equator, so they are quite long days anyway.
They're going to be about 2.
Yeah, but they are possibly going to be back at some point in the next 2 to 3 hours.
Yeah. I'd like to put my head down the tunnel and see if I can still hear that group of kobolds still eating food. Oh, that's what we like 29. So they're still down there eating
and speaking, but you do not understand. Actually, you do understand the cry, don't you?
Yes, I do. It is one of my languages without covering.
It seems to be saying, "Why are we going out again? Gotta go get more meat." Yeah, but isn't that what they're going for? Yeah, but we're going to need more, aren't we? Yeah, but if we've got meat coming in, why do we need to go and get more meat? Because it means they're going to last you more. No, I don't come any more. I'm just asking. Yeah, but we need more meat. We always need more meat. That's why we're always going out. It's basically a very dull conversation between 2 kobolds that are just squabbling about why they're going out and why they have to go out this time.
Okay, so they're eating, and they're about. Once they've done that, they're going to get ready to go out. I will be whispering that.
Yeah,
pulling my head back out of the tunnel.
Okay.
I suspect they're going to be leaving once it gets dark.
Good. We can ambush them as they come out, or any that return, and then we should have free access down the hole.
Sure. I will keep. I don't know why I started to say that before. I will keep an ear out down the hole for any changing.
Okay. As you're sort of doing this, there says, I don't think ambushing anyone at the top is going to be possible. Because of that.
The balloon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're going to see that coming before they get to us.
Yeah.
So we need to get in. Is what you're saying?
Or we get the blimp high, I don't know.
But in order to get the blimp high, we need someone in it.
If only Kafina had come along, she could have taken the blimp up.
Ah, useful.
Kafina's seen for some reason.
Can't you hold on to the bottom of Dronad and let him pull you up?
I mean, I need both of them to pull me up.
Yeah, Leela is with the equipment that she's got, she's too heavy to be carried by a single driver. We have about 40 pounds.
Unfortunately.
I think we said Leela is just under 40 pounds, but with all the stuff she has, she is.
Yeah. Like, I've jumped.
£40 fighter with 400 pounds of gear.
Yeah, basically.
You're like Samwise with a big rock backpack on.
Yeah, she is loaded. She's like a pack mule. She's like Buckaroo about to.
Buckaroo on its absolute limit.
I can't fly anywhere. I can fall, but not with style.
Yeah, flight is a bit of an issue.
I could fall down safely, but that would be leave us with a big problem of getting back up to it.
Yeah.
I mean, I do have fly.
Yeah, but that is one of her top level spells.
That is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Artifice it, half casters.
We could move it sideways further away from the hole and then just run back. If it's not so directly overhead, they won't see it so quickly. And if it gets dark, it might be harder to see as well.
Something tells me that won't be too much of a problem for these creatures. I don't know, but
again, Vesset was fairly nocturnal, let's say.
That's a good way of putting it. Or at least one.
Actually, we could just use it to our advantage. If they come up and see that, they're all going to look at it. That could give us a chance to take them by surprise from the other direction.
Seems like a fantastic idea.
It's certainly an idea.
It's more of a case of if they see that and they run back into the hole before.
Well, then they'll die in the hole.
That's what I was going to say. We would at least see them trying to retreat back down the hole, and then we'd have a chance to strike.
Luke, would Oreshnia know anything about any locations where the sand, like there might be a dune or something it could possibly, like, because I mean the terrain's pretty flat. We're in a desert, but you know
there are a fair amount of dunes. It is fairly hilly, particularly at this point where a temple has been buried. So there are dunes nearby.
Would you know of anywhere suitable to hide such a large object?
Not to hide the blimp, no.
Right. Then they keep their mouth shut.
Okay.
Does anyone have something that could possibly make someone slow, like not hit the ground as hard?
I can slow my falling and land gently.
Then again, we then need to make sure that we've got some way of getting up to it.
I just don't think it won't be that much of a problem. No one's going to steal the blimp.
I have Featherfall.
We're not
But
sure
that's if
about...
I could catch them before they hit the ground.
I'm not sure we're too concerned about it being stolen. I think we're... may kind of give us away with.
Oh,
Yeah.
don't worry. I'm sure we will give us away before the blimp does.
Yeah, probably. That is kind of our pattern.
So I think we should just go down into the hole, slaughter our way into the beholder, kill the beholder, and then summon Gaia, take her power, and wait for this to all blow over.
I like that plan.
I could try and use drone ads to just distract them a little bit so they're not necessarily looking near the hole if people are just going to jump in and attack them if they're looking the other way. Possibly just cause a slight distraction.
Maybe you could use the drone to lure them up here so we can attack them.
I could. If I can, would I be able to get out of the hole without looking?
I would say you don't have any connection, you don't have any way of instructing drone ads unless you are connected.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean. Like, I can't.
You would have.
I can move them without having to stride through them. Because what do I do in battle?
Yeah, but you are able to at least see them.
No, I can do it up to it. They can go up to a mile away.
Okay, so you have some only basically on route control.
I can do something to try and get them out without the use of you being blinded.
I mean, I'm fine with, like, she's right at the, she's right, all I have to do is bring her down and come straight, and whoever's ready to run down the hole will be able to see her.
Don't you have a second drone? You could just send that down and try to get them to chase it back up.
It's more of a case of I don't want to spend my energy, because that's another energy that I've got, and a lot of my stuff.
But
Dom's saying is send it down without scrying into it, just down and then back.
Oh yeah, I could.
Basically, just put like doing the here's $1 on a fishing line.
Yeah, I
pulling it up.
yeah, I could do. Yeah, I could do that. Brody number 3, you're up.
Are we going with that then?
If people want to.
I mean, we can either do that or I can talk.
What would you say?
Some bullshit that I pull out of my ass into a comic.
Okay, we can try.
I mean,
you're very persuasive, Kelatar, so I think that works well.
Are you thinking we did get help?
Lure them up here so we can ambush them.
I mean, I can try.
I will ready my weapons and just step back a little from the hole so I'm not immediately obvious.
Okay.
Not immediately obvious.
What about the rest of you? What are you doing?
I'll cook like roast chicken, but I'll get the crab, and I'll get the crab's kind of claws. I can keep the back door open and like the front windows open so it gets some breeze. And I've got a fan in there as well, so.
Sure.
But I'll get claws ready to melee when they kind of come out.
Okay, so you're basically going to whack a cobalt.
I'm gonna whack a cobalt. Cool.
Okay. Roshnir, Asko?
Hang on, how many people are getting ready to be bonkers around the hole?
Foundling and Leela currently.
If anyone else goes for it, I'll stick with range and go further away. If not, I'll switch to melee and be a bonker.
Asher?
I want to know what Orshnir is all about, so I'm just going to let them do it.
So you're standing back. Okay.
Yeah, I'm observing this brutality that is about to happen.
But Asher is the paladin of whack. How can we do whack of kobold?
I'm looking at my students and how much they have learned.
Okay. So with that, you get into your various positions, and that is where we shall take our break. Ross isn't here, so I'm just going to let him know that we're going to break so that he can come and do the scene change as necessary. But we will be back in about 15 minutes, so we will return at 5 to 9, and Tom will then be with us. So thank you for staying with us as long as you have. We will see you when we return. I will pause for Ross's attention. He may be mid-nappy change.
Hey.
There he is. We're going to break. Now Ross is back. Bye.
Okay, yep.
Bye.
Break. Woo!
Thanks, Tom. So, Tom has returned to us.
Yay!
Not look at Lyra shooting.
Yeah, you don't have to. So, as you are prepared to send Kalatar down to talk.
I wasn't going to go down. I was just going to speak into the hole.
Oh, I see.
Before doing that.
Fair enough. As Kalatar kneels in the sand looking down into the hole, with Foundling standing ready to punch and stab, and Tonfa. Leela ready with the drone? For drone things? Oh no, you're with the crab. You got the crab ready to
the drone can be hanging outside, but I'm in the crab.
Okay. And everyone else is sort of nearby-ish. Cedric, Kalatar, what do you say?
Oh yeah, I probably ought to put some thought.
That would have been a good idea.
Although I did say that I was just going to kind of pull some bullshit out of my ass.
Do so now.
I would say in my best draconic accent and voice.
Not very well practiced at Draconic, so it could be interesting.
Yeah, I know, right?
Welsh Draconic.
Hey guys, we need your help. Now, we've got food.
Make a deception check, disadvantage.
Could be worse. Yeah, it could be a lot worse. 19? Sounds like he's rolled a 19 and now doesn't know what the modifier is.
It's a kobold.
Okay! You start hearing.
I step back from the hole and say, they're coming.
I get ready to
One kobold pops his head outside. Dave! Wait, what?
I just launched a spell at it. We all just,
So hang on, what are you casting? What are you doing? What is Foundling doing?
I'm Eldritch
We
Blast.
didn't agree who was like, okay, Kurtar could just like.
We all just playing back a kobold.
I think are we just nuking this one kobold? Like he's gonna gonna gib him so we can't talk to him.
Yep, so it happens. So Kalatar, roll your attacks at disadvantage because it's effectively prone and has partial cover.
17.
Yes.
13?
No.
Yeah, I didn't think so. 21.
Yes. Roll damage.
How many kittens does it have?
18?
As you fire the Eldritch Blast at it, you sort of step back and it goes, hey, what? Wait, what? Its head implodes.
Not that many kittens, Connor.
And its body just, it's still stunned, so its body just knocks in place.
And then the rest hit it.
And then the sand crumbles away and it just...
Can I try and grab it to stop it falling down the hole?
Make an acrobatics check. At disadvantage.
He's got 4 arms.
That's the disadvantage.
Okay.
Aside from anything else, Foundling has got all of the arms are occupied with something, so...
Unnatural 20.
You grab onto one of the things.
Hook it with a tonfa.
Yeah, you get the tonfa underneath and just hook under the armpit and just pull it back up.
And
Oh, the kobold that was directly below it, that got its arse in the face, goes, "Ah!" Let's go, and slides down, hitting the other kobold on the way.
I dive after it.
Okay. Yes, Foundling! Roll initiative.
Plunging attack.
The hole?
Sorry, Tom?
How deep is the hole?
It goes down about 80 feet. But it is a slide, effectively.
Whee!
Dive in.
25 to 20 or above?
28.
Yes.
23.
So, Lyra, Kalatar,
23. Oh, yeah.
Cedric, 23.
I am.
Yeah.
What's yours, Foundling?
19.
Okay.
Foundling was like, I'm going to dive, and then I rolled my initiative, I just got higher than you.
15 19 to 15 or 20 to 15. That's family. 10 to 5. Well, 10 to 15. Sorry.
12.
Numbers.
13.
Okay. Where do they go? They go there.
Some things never change.
And okay. So top of round, Lyra.
Okay. I will cock my head aside. I will cast haste on myself.
Sure.
And jump down the hole.
Okay. Jump that hole. You don't. Haste doesn't affect gravity, so you're not going any faster chasing after these kobolds. But you just sort of slide down, and we'll get to that at the end of that. So basically, an entire turn gets you down to the bottom.
Okay.
Anything else, or are you good?
So that's my action.
And movement, effectively.
Yeah.
Because there are other people. But basically, it's now a concertina of about 4 kobolds at the bottom and family.
I will draw my sword and activate Planar Warrior.
Oh yeah, that's bonus action. Yes, that's fine. Counter. I jump.
Wow, it has been a while, hasn't it?
It has, yeah. Take me a second. Cedric.
I will quickly find Asha nearby. I will cast Death Ward on her.
Okay. Nice.
And then I will follow.
Okay, Cedric goes down. Family, you are at the bottom, and you can sort of hear people sort of slipping and sliding coming down behind you. You've got 4 kobolds in front of you that are sort of in a dishevelled heap.
I'm just going to wail on them. You say they're in a heap. Does that mean they're prone?
They are prone, yes. They were hit by a kobold arse in the face, each of them. Apart from the first one, they're just sort of. Nah.
So I get advantage.
You do.
Okay, I will Staff of Striking the first one.
Okay. Oh, that's terrifying. We've got Staff of Striking, the Poison Swords, and then the Tonfas. Yeah. Whew.
84 attack later.
Which presumably the staff you are doing single-handed?
Yeah. So 19 to hit.
Yep.
For 12 bludgeoning.
You bring the staff and crack it over the head, and it. Dead.
One-shot all of these.
Ton for the second one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 22 to hit.
Yep.
Yeah, 12 damage.
Whack.
So that's another one dead?
Yep.
Okay, third one.
Yep.
Power of whack is strong with family.
Yeah, 29 to hit.
Maybe.
Oh, that's only 11 damage.
Oh, only 11 damage. You hit it in the snout, and you just watch as part of the musculature and the bone that makes it the snout jerks back, and it's now sticking out the back of his head.
I should have cast haste.
No.
And then Venom Bite short sword the last one. With my last attack so far. So that's 23 to hit.
Yeah.
13. Are there any left alive?
No. Lyra, as you've come down and you've come down your haste, you just watch Foundling push out in slow motion, get back to their feet, and then just like starting a drum solo.
Phil Collins on the back of a kobold's head.
Yeah. Just smack the 4 of them to death.
Actually good at the drums.
I just stand there and...
Yeah, you slide into Lyra and then you go, oh, as Cedric collides with you. But we'll say in initiative order for the fun of it, it would have been the kobolds.
Yes!
Urushnik, Garrett?
Oh,
Garrett?
sorry. Yeah, go down the hole. But a quick question: are kobolds native to the desert?
Yes.
Can I just say against any kobolds, any attack I do is non-finishing?
If you want to.
Cool. I know, you guys are obliterating them. I have no problem with that.
As you slide down into a pile of kobold
I know.
kibble.
Well, if anything, you slide into the back of Cedric, who's just sort of there. Neela.
Oh, sorry.
I'm just trying. So she's been ready to go. She's like, oh god, how am I gonna get this thing down here? I don't know how to get this thing down here. I could do the classic thing that I did last time, just be like, stand out the way! But the last time that just made a hell of a noise. So, unless we want people to know we're here.
What are you doing?
I don't know!
You can ask Asher. Asher's the only one up there still.
Asher can't carry the bloody thing.
No, but Asher could help you talk it out and what we're going to do.
Laura doesn't know what she's going to do.
Always good.
Asher is known for her wisdom and counsel.
Much to learn, you still have.
Yeah. Well, I'm not going to throw it down there because everyone's down there now, and I'm not going to I'm going to
Squish them.
get out. I don't know. No, I'm not going to do anything.
Okay, you just sort of stand there and go, shrug at Asher.
I'm just going to, I'll probably get out and probably listen down the hole.
Okay, you just hear people go, you just hear 4 screams of death.
Yeah.
With all the echoes coming up the top. Asher, what are you doing?
I look at Leela. I'm like, well, I'm certainly not going down there before the big crab goes down there and blends everything down there to a nice gooey paste. Should probably let them know that we're going to come down.
Okay, good idea. But I don't want to shout round because
I just lean down there and just be like, guys, the crab's coming down now.
Cedric, you're the only one that hears that.
I knew it.
Uh-oh.
Don't worry,
Really?
I will forget to relay that information.
Hang on, what
will-
passive perception do we need to hear that? Because I don't know what the crab is either.
is it a slug? Is it like a slidey?
Yeah. It's quite
okay.
steep at the
So
beginning.
it's
but
not
it's-
a clunk.
No, it's not because we jumped.
Oh right.
No, it'll be more like fingernails on a chalkboard for 80 feet.
I mean,
There's metal on stone. Try and walk it.
that's
World's
an
worst
interesting
skateboard.
as well.
Well, we...
I could try walking down it. Okay. What?
Nothing. You do you, babe.
God.
Up to you. Whatever you want to do. Cedric, you hear the crab is coming.
Okay, I'll try to remember to tell everyone else.
Yeah. We are out
I
of-
will hold my. I would like to hold an action for when the crab goes down, to hold the tail slightly. So if it slips or tumbles with great speed, I can comically try and say I tried to stop it.
Okay, you get ready to hold on to the tail, and then you notice the massive cannon that's mounted to the tail.
That's fine.
Okay. We are out of combat because there's nothing to fight anymore.
Say, why are you making us do all this when we're out of combat?
If only because of that first 6 seconds, just because I wasn't expecting Foundling to paste them.
Oh, that was very satisfying.
But yes, so you are now at the bottom of most of you, bottom of the tunnel. Cedric has just heard crab is coming.
I'll get back in the crowd.
Okay.
Well, we probably ought to try and find our way down this tunnel.
You see Dronad
Yes.
flying up in the air.
Yes, but we should go fairly quietly to try to take them by surprise if they didn't get alerted by the screams.
So what you're saying is we need to not make a lot of noise.
Can I listen to hear if I hear any sounds of alarm from up the tunnel?
Make a perception check.
They're like the Skyrim NPCs. You can just hear them saying, "Alarm! Alarm!"
14.
You don't hear anything. But the rest of you that are down there now, you notice that the air is somewhat stagnant, but it is at least plentiful. sort of that horrid, dry, arid air that's been recycled by quite a few people. It seems to be that the only vent of air getting out of it is where you've just come from.
Aeroplane air.
Basically, yeah.
Beautiful.
So a little bit fishy.
So,
the crab might be coming down. By the way,
we definitely need to move.
Awful. Scamper.
I'll be sure I'm out of the way.
Okay, you scamper out of the way of the passageway. Up surface, what are you doing?
Yeah, I'll start gently walking the crab. Or I could turn it back into a barrel and roll it down, but it's going to hit something at the end. So I'll try walking, because it's the quietest thing to do.
Okay, make a stealth check for the crab.
In crab's dexterity?
I don't think it has a
It
dexterity.
it doesn't have anything. Like...
So just roll the d20.
11.
Okay. You know what? I'd say add your intelligence modifier, or your dexterity modifier, actually.
No, not dexterity modifier.
Okay, your dexterity modifier, because you're the one that is moving the levers in.
Could we not argue that she's proficient with the crab as well, though?
Ow.
I would like to argue that she is also proficient with the crab, please.
Make a persuasion check, Connor.
I'll take proficiency for 100 points, please.
Points of damage, okay.
If it means she gets to use the
I will say
proficiency, it might be worth
you
it.
use your dexterity to move levers. However, you are proficient enough in mechanical aspects that you add to proficiency as well. So I think for you that'd be a +3 total.
Yeah.
You've got a -2 and then a +3.
No, I've got a -1 and then
No.
a +5.
So okay, +4 then.
So that would be 15.
15, okay. You managed to get it sort of going down relatively quietly. There's still the occasional which sort of echoes down to you guys, but the sound doesn't seem to carry that far.
By the way, I will let haste drop
Yeah.
in case it comes up.
That's fine. It's by the time the crowd gets down, it's been a minute. And Asher just sort of follows down, slides down.
I would like to shrink Shatterfang down to a longsword and actually wield this shield properly.
Okay. Your class goes up to 16.
Yeah, roughly, I think.
Damn. Asher's best AC for, well, pretty much
Was
ever.
it 14? I'm not sure.
16.
16, okay.
Leela, when you sent the drone down earlier and found the big cavern with lots of kobolds and the two things in cages, did you notice if there was just the one way in, or were there any others?
There were 2 entrances.
Yeah, there were 2 entrances. And drone came in one and came out the other. But there was no other ways in or out in the rest of it
That you could see.
that I could see.
You didn't go that far in. I don't think the drone's got a huge dark vision range. It's been like 60 feet.
Yes, I think so. Yes, but I couldn't really see. So we'll assume that there's only the 2 entrances next to each other.
Then we may have them penned up, and they seem pretty weak. We could go and try to take them all at once to avoid them being able to get out and raise the alarm, and we could also investigate the creatures in the cages and see if we can work out why they're there and if they could be useful to us.
Do we want to look down the other corridor?
If
Because
we
that was
could-
only one. No, I don't know if the other corridor takes us around to another side. Or there's anyone else down there.
I could have a look. I'm fairly sneaky. I think there may be some people here who are a bit sneakier, though, who could stealth their way down and...
I'll take a look.
Okay, if you find trouble, scream and we'll come running.
I presume you don't need pass without a trace. It would help you, but then also I'm coming with you, which then wouldn't help you. I will cast Pass Without a Trace anyway, just to keep the rest of the party mostly stealthy while we're waiting.
Okay, no worries. Alrighty. Don't forget, Fallon, you have disadvantage on dexterity checks whilst you have your arms out.
Yeah.
Which would include initiative.
Oh, whoops. Maybe I shouldn't have gone so high in the initiative order.
Yeah, it's fine. I forgot about it as well, so it's okay.
Yeah, I'll remember for next time.
Okay, so everyone who's standing around with the plus 10, make a stealth check, please. Lyra, if you're going off separately, make your own stealth check, but without the plus 10.
And go for the plus 10.
Yeah, amen to
that. So, Cedric.
14.
Okay, then add 10.
Yeah, 14.
Okay, Urushnia.
30.
Family.
22.
Kelta.
16.
Asher.
24.
Leela.
18.
Okay. Lyra.
26.
Without the plus 10, nearly gets the highest. Alright. So Lyra, you sneak off and head round to the right hand side, following the passageway. As you come down, there is another split. The one to the left smells wet. So like there was a damp, watery essence all off to that left hand side. The right hand side doesn't have that same effect.
I will head to the right for now.
Okay. Yeah, head round to the right. There is, first of all, as you come to it, there is a room off to the right hand side, which is open, sort of a cavern that has been caved out a bit, that looks to be some sort of study that has been partially broken down. You see those sort of a couple of rows of desks, but the one in the middle has been taken out. They are very shoddily crafted. They seem to have been essentially the desert equivalent of driftwood that has just been sort of stuck together.
Okay.
And a small cot-like bed, basically a bit of fabric and some planks that just hold it up off the ground.
Are there any books?
There are a couple of books that's all around.
I will take a look at if there's no people in there, I will take a look at the first assignment.
You pick up a couple of books. They are written in Draconic. They seem to be... They're all written in different hands. They appear to be spell books that have been taken from mages.
Okay, I'll put it back and head further down the passageway.
Okay, as you keep going, the room suddenly widens out, and there is a hole.
In the floor?
Hole in the floor.
How wide?
Maybe 20 feet across.
Does it block off the whole passageway?
The passageway ends around it. There is about 15-foot wide perimeter around the outside of the circumference.
Can I see the bottom of it, or does it descend into darkness?
It descends into darkness.
The study, was it big enough? Was it sort of the same aperture, the doorway into it? Was it sort of humanoid sized, or was it larger?
Larger.
Right. Okay. I will head back to the junction and try along the left-hand passage.
Okay. You go along the left-hand passageway. The smell of water sort of gets stronger as you get there. And as you sneak up and come around and put your head around a sort of standing mite that's sticking up, there are 4 kobolds sat on a boat fishing.
It's a fairly large body of water.
It's a fairly large lake, yeah.
presumably can't see to the other side.
No, you can't. Not with your dark vision. It does seem, though, from your understanding of the terrain and whole things around here, that this water would be from the natural percolation of water coming through the sands, and it just seems to have collected here for some reason. And it could be that the temple, when it was originally built, sloped slightly, which meant that the water just sort of happened to come down this way anyway. But now it's further underground. Everything comes this way, pretty much.
Are the kobolds talking at all?
They are. They're just sort of doing mindless chit chat about fishing. You know, we could use that one to catch a bigger fish. That's barely bigger than the bait. You know, that sort of thing.
Right. I will head back to the group.
Okay.
Relay what I've learned.
There is one tidbit that you do catch for them saying, "Why are we fishing? How did fish get in here?" Yeah,
I'm not sure that there would be any actual fish in that water, but hey, I'm not going to question kobolds. I will go back and explain what I've seen and add what I have surmised, which is that this place is built for a beholder to move around. They can float. They don't. The hole in the ground is just another passageway to them, and the doorway into the study is large enough for one, and there was an open space in the middle of the room, so it would have room around it.
You do know from walking through this is the same way that everything has been built and constructed is exactly the same as the passageways that you walked through when you first came through this building, which is the Temple of Gaia. So the construction, the mosaics and everything that came across there were all originally here. It just so happens the beholder can go through it. It turned out to be quite convenient layer for it. The hole in the floor probably is a secondary addition.
Yeah, I think with the whole favoured enemy, because they're aberrations, aren't they?
They are aberrations, yes.
So I would probably be able to surmise that.
Yeah, this building itself was actually, you know from previous experience that this is part of the Temple of Gaia because you were here before. But that aspect was one that you didn't explore previously. It was the other side of the big passageway where you fought the beholder, or big open area where you fought in. So this is probably the area that continues on from it, and it may have been that was an old cleric study.
So I will relay this and see what they want to do.
Do you remember the lake from last time?
No, you didn't go there.
Oh, we did.
No, I don't think you did.
I remember a lake.
You might have done.
Oh, you might have gone past it and then you came back.
Past it.
You went past the room and then you came back.
When we first went in, it split two ways. We looked a little down the left, came back, and then everything was happened on the right side. So we completely missed the lake.
Other way around, the left-hand side, we went, the entry went in the two passageways. The small one that Connor got stuck in Sheltered Sanctuary, and then the one that went round to the left, that sort of curved around. Actually, you may have passed the lake, so you may have gone past on the opposite shore. Okay, cool.
Before we saw Ralakor, no, not Ralakor. Ralakor, that's it.
Sure, Ralakor.
How can you forget the name of your killer?
It didn't kill Lyra.
Good point.
I was the one.
Just sent away.
But before that, Ulrion took us up to the lake, I think.
Yes, he did.
Showed us some stuff, or maybe that was just me.
It might have been. I think it was just you. Actually, I think it took you away from the party.
Okay, so I will relay this and say that we can try and cross the lake, or we can descend that hole. I don't know which way would be better for us to use.
We could try to take out the kobolds that we know are on this level, so we don't risk getting cut off or attacked from the back.
Do that.
There are, I mean, think Leela said there were a lot of them, but they do seem to die quite easily.
Yeah, it's a good little group of them, but they were sleeping last time I checked.
Advantage.
I haven't found that little group, have I?
Sorry?
I haven't found that group.
The big group, no, they were around to the left hand, they were the other way from where the group path currently is.
Well, yes, we can go and slaughter some kobolds in their sleep. Or we can go and with the fishing kobolds catch they weren't expecting.
But you said there are only a few of them. They're not so significant a force.
But they have a boat. I think, do they have a boat?
Yeah, they were in a little fishing boat.
Yeah. That would help us cross the lake.
That is a point. Do you remember how far out they were floating, roughly?
I'm sure I do. Yeah.
So they're about 40 feet from you, because you can see they were within your light vision.
I could easily get to the boat, and then we could just cross the lake, and then we should be safe from the big group. It's just whether we think these mechanical bull things are important. Did you get any sense of what they were, Leela, when you were looking at them via drone?
Not really. I just saw two bull-like looking things that didn't look like normal bulls, a bit shinier.
Does that description sound familiar? Make a nature check.
Can I do that as well?
Yes.
Do I happen to
Really?
get advantage because they might be monstrosities?
I believe they are monstrosities, so yes.
I will guidance Vera as well if she's...
Then an extra D4.
Yes.
Correct, sir.
7, 5.
Irish 4.
So 1.
Can't fail on a check.
27.
Thank you. These sound a lot like Gorgons.
Yeah, they do.
You haven't encountered them in this campaign, I don't think.
I have a great idea. I think Gorgons can only turn you to stone or something if you make eye contact. So if we all go blindfolded into a room, then they couldn't possibly hurt us.
Would it make it all sense for the person who lives in the desert to see if they know anything about it? I know 2 other people jumped in and already did a check, but...
If you particularly want to. I mean, Lyra hasn't had a chance to speak yet, so...
Oh, sorry.
I mean, I would say... I'll let you do your check.
Do your check if you want.
24.
Yeah, you know these
And,
Gorgons.
also, my favorite enemies are Beast and Monstrosity.
Yeah, I know.
Cool.
You know these are Gorgons. They are petrifying gas-breathing bulls.
I'll share that information for brevity.
So, maybe best avoid it if we can.
Gas.
I'm now more but we know they're not going to be helpful to us, so I'm inclined to say go down, take over the boat, cross the lake, and see what's on the other side.
I'm okay with that.
Does that boat look like it could house all of us?
No, it was a 4-person fishing boat.
Oh, well, the crab can swim.
It's okay for 2 people then.
Foundling can swim.
It was a bit screwed. I mean, I could fit someone in with me.
Actually, it was unbelievable.
Yeah.
And, cruise.
Not the same.
Or we could
The
do
cruises.
or we could do multiple trips. If you like one of those puzzles, you've got a crab and lizards on the mushroom to get across a lake.
Yeah.
And one boat.
Okay, so what's the plan? What are you doing?
So I suggest stealth down the corridor, and then try and take the ones in the boat, and then use the boat to explore the lake.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Anyone agreed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, Laura.
With the hidden depths exalted, I can cast water walk and water breathing. Can I just keep doing them over and over again?
Yes.
Caster will.
Yes.
So I can just keep doing them over and over again.
Yes.
So if people want to walk on water, I could do that too.
Sorry, that's not.
Sure, I'll have that. I don't swim very well.
Yes, I don't anymore either.
I'll keep the option of swimming, thank you.
I'd like to walk on water, please.
Same.
And
I'm not just imagining a Vishnu as one of those Jesuses that can run on water.
yeah.
I mean, I can do it up to 10 willing creatures. So
Yeah. So apart from Family, who isn't willing, you cast it and they can all walk on water. The crab can't.
but the crab can swim.
Yeah. Just point of order. So you set off.
Stealthy.
New stealth check, please.
Sure thing.
With a plus 10.
No.
Oh, rolled 2 15s on my disadvantage.
That's plus our own.
Yeah. That's your
A stealth check
normal
and then add
plus
plus
10. Thank God for plus 10.
Yes,
Asher. Counting.
24.
24. Tailton. Tailton.
18.
Cedric.
26.
Leela.
21.
Lyra.
44. That was a crit.
Family.
21.
And Urshnir.
35.
You outstealth.
I'm the least stealth.
Outstealth Urshnir. Alright. As a group, you make your way stealthily, even the crabs. But you all have a sense that as you're walking along, that you're being watched.
Yeah, knew it.
There is no one around, but you just feel that niggle in the background, that there is someone watching. You continue around the passageway, there's a left walk.
Are we
Sorry,
able to get a
left on the
sense?
walk.
Are we able to get a sense from which direction we're being watched in?
No, you just feel like you're being watched.
Okay.
From all
Always feel
directions.
like.
Then it fades after a little while, just sort of disappears in the background. But you come around and the kobolds are still on the lake, fishing away.
Not for long.
Ditto with Urshnir.
Okay, so they're in the
And
Is it?
I shall let them fire, and then I shall run across to take care of any survivors.
Having seen what Foundling did for the last slot,
Yeah.
I'm just going to stand back and go, that's it.
Okay, so they're in Russian, but you make attack rolls with advantage.
Ooh la la.
Well, most definitely hidden.
Well, see, I don't know how to do advantage, so.
Right click on it and it will roll. You can choose advantage or disadvantage.
Ooh, that's sexy.
It's useful.
So interestingly, I got a B and a 1, so I'm guessing the B is a 20.
Yeah, you go for it.
Oh,
Yeah.
I got an 18.
Both hit. So there's no way for this to be non-lethal damage because you can only non-lethal in melee.
It's Circle of Life, I'm neutral.
Okay. Roll damage both of you.
14.
How much?
14.
Okay, which one are you aiming for before the boat? That's also
I'll aim for the one furthest from us.
okay. It just topples into the water. Rushdie,
Same damage, 14.
that does have your sneak attack on it.
Oh yeah, it does. That'll be adding 3d6. Let me just. I mean, it's 14 plus 3d6. I'm pretty sure you know the answer.
66, Jared.
66. Holy. Wait, no.
You
I'm
crit.
not. Holy.
You
fuck.
critted.
let me just. All right.
I know you're not used to attacking with creatures.
Yeah, I've never played Rogue before, so yeah. So that's going to be 31 in total.
Yeah, okay. You hit another one of it. You hit it with such force in the chest that partly it hits the spine and pushes the entire thing out to the side. The remaining two sort of go as they see Foundling running across the water, because Foundling can do that with Monk, and then just whacking them with sticks. Make your attack rolls.
Yep. Okay. So, Staff of Striking first.
Sure, go on.
17 to hit.
Yes.
16 damage on the first one.
You hit it so hard that his neck snaps as it gets baseball hit into just arcs off.
And then Tom for the second one.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I'm guessing a 31 hit.
Maybe.
And yeah, 13 damage.
Yeah. Just cracks on the side of the skull and it just slumps in the boat.
I'll just sit down. Do they have oars or something? Or paddles?
They have oars, yeah.
Yeah, I just row the boat back to the shore.
Yeah, with a dead kobold in it. Okay.
Yep.
Now
we have a boat now.
You have a boat?
You didn't need it more.
Start walking across the water. Yep. Alright, you all
Do
start.
you want to follow the shore or just go straight across the middle? I'd suggest going round the side of the cavern. Then we won't miss any entrances or exits.
Yes.
Sorry, what?
We could go around the side, stay on the shore.
Which way? Are you going left or right? Because from now, particularly as you've gone out Foundling, you've had a chance to sort of scour around the entire lake. The lake itself is not quite circular, it's almost egg-shaped, but it does curve around, and there's a central pillar that stands up in the centre that's all eroded away over time, but is still supporting the ceiling.
In the lake.
In the middle of the lake, yeah.
Sort of a giant stalactite thing.
Yeah, one of those big, basically it comes with connection at a point.
Yeah.
You suspect it was probably there before this place got flooded?
Yeah. It doesn't... It seems... From what I saw, the lake seems roughly egg-shaped, so... One side is probably as good as the other.
When I say egg-shaped, I mean you guys are on basically the fat side of the egg.
Yeah.
The point is off to your right.
Could I
Let's go round the left side then.
Sorry. Well, before we leave, shall I check the bottom of this lake?
Do that.
I'll come with you.
You can't though, because you've got water.
a good swimmer.
Yeah, you can't go into water at the moment.
Oh.
I'll go check the bottom.
However, I can.
Yeah, Leela and the crab and Foundling head below the surface. Both make investigation checks.
Just one giant eye.
30.
Okay.
5. I'm obviously enjoying having my gills moistened again. After
Yeah, no, it's nice. Okay. Foundling's just too busy enjoying having water in their lungs for once.
Okay.
Leela, you sort of explore around, you find some various body parts that have been left here, some humanoids or whatever. There are some statues down here made of gemstone, of petrified, what look to be different creatures in states of running away or sort of terrified moments. So they've just been dumped in this lake. And there are, weirdly, fish. You don't know how, but there are fish.
Okay. Can I just keep going in straight lines? Can I get over to the other side?
Yeah, you just come up on the other side.
Can I see other people?
Yeah. Foundling, yes, but no one else. You are more than 60 feet away from the other side. The other shore.
Got lights on.
They can see you if you turn them on.
Yes. Yeah, I would have turned them on to go in the water.
Yeah, you would have had to see where it's going. So you guys can see Leela now on the other side, or at least two spotlights of light facing you. That's you. Thank you. So wash your hands. Dirty bees. Dirty bees.
I kind of don't want to shout, but I'll kind of say like,
If you go that way, I'll meet you round.
or can I put my finger in front of the light so my shadow on the wall just points to say walk, and I'll meet you round there.
You can. It's a bit far away for you to be able to do that sort of dexterous work they'd be able to see.
Okay.
They can just see the lights on the other side.
Okay.
You also don't know how they would interpret that anyway, so you sort of poke your finger in front of one of the lights. And it just looks like one of the lights is sort of dimming a little bit.
I'll start walking the way that we said we were going to start walking.
What? Out of the other side of the shore.
So we'll meet round. So we were like, so we were.
If you imagine you got an egg, you guys were over here. You guys are, you're now on this shore. Everyone else is over here, apart from families.
Yeah. So we were gonna walk up one way, weren't we? We were gonna walk along the shore up one side, weren't we?
It's
the other side.
Huh?
The other side.
You're already on the other side. There's no. It's solid wall around the base of the lake, apart from the two bits where you guys are.
Okay, that's what we were going. That's why we were going round the edges, just to check there weren't any other entrances or exits we were missing.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, that's what. We were going to walk around the shape to check.
Yeah, what I'm saying is you would have to be walking on water. You couldn't take the crack to the sea, or would be swimming again. Basically, it's effectively
there's a lake.
There is a lake
with shores.
Not all the way around.
Right, you didn't. Okay.
There's the beach where you guys are. There's a beach where the rest of the party are. On basically the fat edges of the egg, and then you don't know what's up at the pointy end.
Yeah, and what I'm saying is we were planning to walk up towards the pointy end. So I was just going to carry on walking around the other side of the edge of the lake.
Right.
At the pointy end.
So apart from those pointed beaches, it's then solid stone as just the walls of the.
Yeah, they can still walk on water and I can still swim.
Yeah, okay, fine. So that's what you guys are going.
If that's what we were doing, I thought we were exploring around the edges of the lake.
Well, you sort of just went off, and I didn't know what everyone else was doing. So, what's everyone else doing whilst they've gone off on their swim?
I don't know, I'm sure they'll be back soon.
Keeping an eye out.
Sorry, Tom?
Happy on the boat for now, I think.
Okay, you're sat on the boat.
Mostly just keeping watch.
Calatar has walked off.
No, he was starting on. No, okay, we're not going on. I'm sorry.
So you just sort of sit there and wait.
I can swim back.
You come back and rejoin the rest of the group. You thinking you were supposed to meet them up there, but there appears to have been no movement from there.
Okay, so there are fish.
Don't know how. We'll figure this one out later. Body parts. Stone body parts. Scared statues of stone people. Some gem people. Yeah, this kind of rings to me as a bit of a dumping ground for those that have been petrified. They've just been yeeted to the bottom of this lake. Or there's something in there that is petrifying people, but I highly doubt it.
Both are possible.
I didn't see anything down there other than the stone people and the fish. But there's no big fish this time. Just normal fish.
No.
Big pillar in the middle of the lake.
Hmm?
There's a big pillar in the middle of the lake helping keep the roof up.
Yes,
Yeah,
like
we should
a big salad
definitely not
thing.
touch that.
I mean, someone that can walk on the water toilet would be cooler if they want to go to be cooler.
What was you saying, Carmen? Sorry?
I was just saying about there being the big pillar in the middle of the lake, because that's the only thing Foundling noticed with that investigation roll.
I'll tell you what, I really miss playing in face to face.
Yeah.
Yep.
Soon. Well, June.
So was there another way out of this place from the other side?
Nope. A little bit of beach and wall.
Was there no exit from the other beach?
There was a passageway that went from that side. You didn't ask. You completely turned around and were looking the other way.
Oh my god. I got a perception of 30!
That was underwater that you were searching, not the investigation.
Oh, Jesus.
You also then started having a go before I could tell you what over there. Anyway, on the other side of the beach, there was a passageway that seemed to lead back up, out and sort of winding up a bit.
Yeah, there's another passage on the other side from the other beach, which, as it leads away from the Gorgons, which presumably have been one of the things doing all this petrifying stuff for the statues, I'm glad we're going away from them.
I walk across the lake. Okay, to the far side, which will be a point.
The far side where we know that there is a tunnel out.
Okay, you can cross there.
So let's all go out of that tunnel, away
Okay,
from the Gorgons.
We'll go to that side. As you come out on the other side, water dripping off the crab, and those of you that are swimming. And for those who didn't bother to, who didn't walk and rode across instead, for reasons. The passageway curves up, and as you follow up maybe 20, 30 feet or so, it looks like there is another, effectively a siding, that passageway then sort of curves off to the, well, it goes around sort of an angle, as well as continuing up.
To carry on going as a group, or should we ask Lyra to scout again?
I think it's always better if Lyra scouts, really.
I agree.
Yeah.
What could go wrong with a scout?
Just just in case, I'll just recast
Without trace?
Pass Without Trace. Yes, just I know the time is not up, but just so we make sure there's no overlap. We're covered.
Lyra, making a stealth check without Pass Without Trace.
Yes.
Oh, terrible roll. 27.
Okay. With that awful stealth that you have, you move silently. What was 13? Terrible. You move silently and sort of continue down that passageway, and it looks familiar to you. This is the original part of the original passageway that you came through the first time you were here, and it leads to the big chamber where you fought Ralakor.
Interesting. I thought the chamber we fought Ralakor was actually off the big chamber.
No, it was in the big chamber. Ralakor, from your memory, there was a small passageway in the back right of that, which cuts through into where his treasure room was. So the big vast room was where you fought him previously.
I will venture somewhat further and see what I can see.
Okay. You come up to it, and you see that there is a split in the wall again, where you can see into this vast cavern array. You've travelled maybe 200 feet at this point. Then as you sort of come around, it sharply cuts away from you. So you sort of take a step and you pull back so you can look around the corner. You can see that there are about a dozen sleeping kobolds.
I will back up.
Okay.
I will not just go up stealth on them while they're sleeping and cut their throats.
Okay.
I will relay what I have seen and remind those of us who were there of the big chamber. what we found there the last time.
Mm-hmm.
So you think we should
remember it.
Vividly.
So do you think we should go and kill the kobolds, or?
Are they in the same room as the two gorgons?
I didn't see the two gorgons, did I?
No, not from your position.
I think they might be, but I didn't see them from where I was.
Would she have seen the big lake in the corner that I saw?
No, that was some rock that was obscuring it from that side.
Is there any way that are we assuming it's the same room?
You are, yes.
Okay.
Based on where you saw the kobold sleeping around sorts of boxes and Lyra seeing the same thing. And sort of a rock shelf that has come out, descending from that room.
So we've done a whole circle, so there is multiple entrances on this place.
And that was that was one of the tunnels that kept going up.
Yes, so the tunnel kept going up. You basically doubled back down, going essentially parallel to the lake, and then that was where the room is.
But we haven't gone up the tunnel that curves around at an angle.
The tunnel that continues going up, you haven't. You came in initially, the first time you came to this temple, you came down that passageway, but you haven't gone that way today.
Right, okay.
So up there we just assumed it's another entrance.
Yeah, that led up to that passageway was the initial one that came in that led to the main entrance.
Okay.
Which is the one which is buried.
Niels.
Where was best sitting our camels?
That's on the main entrance.
Yeah, that's what I feel.
Spike the camel.
Spike.
Who did survive? Spike the camel did survive. Got taken off by Arson.
Spike was there.
I can do it now.
Emo camel.
I can have a spike.
Yeah, what my camel would be named. No, it's important.
What are you guys doing? I mean, it was 79 episodes ago.
Yeah.
Ish.
I mean, I think we should just go in because we've kind of walked around the entire thing now.
I agree.
Kind of do have to go in at some point.
Eventually, we will need to engage with them.
And the group of kobolds Lyra found is smaller than the other group, so that seems a better option.
How close together were the kobolds sleeping?
Fairly close, and they're very, well arranged. Well, I say pattern. They've just been put on there. But just, yeah. No, just
and that if we do decide that we just need to kill them, I might have a way of doing that quickly and well, not that quietly, I guess.
and they're sort of spread out across less than feet.
We could just sneak in and all go at each take a target and strike on a signal. It seems a little unsporting, but we don't want to risk the alarm being raised. I think our mission's more important than a sense of honor.
I don't care about honor.
Okay, let's sneak in and murder them in their sleep then. And the mission is just going, these people said they were the good guys, right?
I'm assuming that means that you're killing the bad guys, obviously. Plus, this place is like evil dank, that evil kind of dank. Yeah.
I mean,
getting that vibe.
Also, I'm getting that moment of, wait, are we the bad guys?
Bums, are we the baddies?
The other left.
Okay, so
sorry, the ledge on the other side, was that higher up or was it on floor level?
What do you mean?
The entrance that I went in with drone at, was the entrances out on floor level to the cobalts, or was it higher up?
The entrance you went in, yeah, it was all floor level.
So, do we sneak up to some kobolds?
I was going to say, I'm just fireball them from my crab. Good.
Sorry.
That covers 20 feet. I hit a few of them. But if we want to try and...
That would be effective. Maybe you can deal with a portion of them, and then we can sneak up on the rest.
Yes.
Is that going to make a lot of noise?
It's going to make a lot of noise anyway.
Death normally makes a lot of
Yeah,
noise.
does fireball make more noise than general, like, sword fighting? I don't think it does.
Fireball is an explosion.
It's not like it's like what's Michigi? That other spell that makes a loud bang. Shatter or Thunderwave or anything like that. Yeah.
It's probably.
I think if a bomb went off, that's generally pretty noisy.
I think bombs too.
It's magical fire. It doesn't make any noise.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
It's like a big candle being lit, really.
Yeah, at once, in a very large one.
It's lighting a match.
Yeah.
I'm thinking cutting their throats in their sleep would be quieter.
Okay.
Sure. How many are there?
Lyra saw 12.
2 each then, yeah? Couple spare change. Whoever is fastest wins.
I like those odds.
Dear family might get through more than, well, half of us put together.
Good.
I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but
there's enough to share. You'll get sort of one, at least.
We're also concerned about everyone getting some blood on their hands today, aren't we?
It needs to be shared evenly. Okay.
Now we're all accountable.
I will recast Pass Without a Trace because I just might as well, just to make sure
Sure.
I'm keeping it topped up.
Absolutely.
And do we stealthily approach, I presume?
Yes.
Everybody make a stealth check.
What's the worst that could happen?
Do we have pass?
Yes.
Oh my days.
On you?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, crit fail.
Okay. Gambling.
Which is?
21.
Which is
16.
Galazar? 27. Okay. Asher?
28.
Is that a natural
critted.
20?
Yeah.
Cedric?
24.
Lyra?
38.
Okay.
Alright.
Did we just roll in like the teens and just have that plus 10 up us out? Or we'll end up
Okay. As a group, seems to be not much of a problem. You make your way around the passway. You come to the southern corner, and I will show you the map.
Dun 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 dun.
Oh, an actual map.
Dramatic.
Oh, the immersion. It's like I'm
They're all
already
going to be
there.
dead in a minute, Luke. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, but
Anyone here a Walking Dead fan?
He wanted to play with his maps and meeples at some point tonight.
exactly.
Yeah, he set it all up as well, so let him have this.
You've got to give him a chance to play with toys.
Fireball them.
Does this one come with a smoke machine? Because I now expect smoke machines on my maps after watching Crit Roll. So
You can expect what you like, but if you buy me a smoke machine, I'd use it.
No, if I buy a smoke machine, it's got to be for when we start the stream, and I want Luke to come
Like,
through the
walk
door
out.
with it.
yeah. Dun-dun-dun-dun.
So me basically sitting under the camera, just going pop, 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 just pumping the smoke out.
Tonight, Matthew, I'm going to be the world and everything in it.
always an ominous thing to have at the top of the screen. Combat has joined.
Nope, slipping in.
We should start spelling combat with a K, and we'll start getting Mortal Kombat following.
No, it should be like CONN and then dash bat, so it's Conabat. You know, combat.
I agree.
Yeah.
You're very slowly forward. Yeah, leave it there. So you guys are.
Oh, there are big markers. What are the big markers as we slowly get a panoramic view of the room?
the Gorgon.
Oh.
That's not going to stay still, is it?
You're making this almost impossible for me to move our webcams around. I move it to one place and then the camera row pans. I'm like, oh, okay, move it.
Yeah, that would. You guys are over here.
Oh, good. We're much closer than we.
Yeah, no. I expect
man,
I expect you to come from this side. You're coming from this side.
Well, you're lucky we got slightly frustrated. Otherwise, we'd have gone back round again to a different edge.
If we're stealthing into a more open area, is it cool if I switch to range from my melee weapons?
If you want to.
Yeah, well, yeah, I was sticking to melee because narrow spaces and all, so...
Your choice, mate.
Yeah, do what you would do. There we go. That's what I wanted.
You're killing me here, Luke, honestly.
Hang on, I don't think the camera's quite right. Just adjust it again, Luke.
Ross, do you miss this plane?
No.
So, Neela, you are over here. Grab whatever marching order you guys want to be in. Okay.
Yes, I'll be in the middle.
Close to Asher.
Close to?
Close.
You're going to be a limpet on the other one.
Gonna be close to you.
Okay, so that is where the kobolds are. What are you guys doing?
Snake.
Did you say snake?
Snake.
Oh, snake.
Severus.
I heard snake.
Snake.
For the purpose of this, I would like you to roll initiative.
Yeah.
Oh, pain.
There it is.
That damn virtual dice. I almost had a good number.
There's the Asher roll. What did you roll?
25 and above. 25 to 15. Oh, sorry, 25 to 20.
22.
Okay. 20 to 15?
19.
19.
What is with you two and pairing your initiative rolls today?
16.
Just don't know.
Ross just secretly wants to be with me instead of with Connor's character.
Yeah.
16. Okay. 15 to 10.
10.
10
for us here. And Leela.
10.
Kian. Asher.
2.
Okay. I don't actually have to do anything for the initiative tracker. It's quite funny. He's all in the right at the same time.
Can we see the Gorgons as we're coming in, or are they?
What's everyone? Let me just check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No.
No.
Beyond the range of our vision.
Yeah. So as far as I'm concerned, I'm still sneaking up. We're all still sneaking up to the kobolds to murder them in their sleep. So I will continue doing so.
Hold on. Lyra's up first.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, sorry. About initiative.
Yeah.
What's this bit?
That is a shelf of rock.
So it's high.
Yes.
So they're against a wall here.
Basically.
Okay.
Let's see if we got someone thinking they're back.
What are these boxes?
Yeah, they're boxes of supplies.
Just okay.
So, Lyra, you're up first.
Okay. I'm going to take a wild guess that casting Erupting Earth probably makes a lot of noise.
Probably.
So maybe I won't do that.
Nah, do it anyway.
Nah, it's fine. You know, earthquakes are a natural thing, so probably won't think anything of it.
Yeah, not bad. Okay, I'm going to cast. No, I'm not. Where am I? Sorry, I'm in the black ring.
You are the black ring here.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I can get into range easily enough. So what I will do, I will just activate Planar Warrior with my bonus action.
Yeah.
And then I will move to, I think it's the closest one to me, the white.
Yep.
That one.
Fine.
Okay. Then I will teleport 10 feet up and to the right to make an attack against the white one sticking out.
Okay.
So first attack. Are they? Do we have advantage because asleep?
You have advantage, yes.
And prone and all sorts of things. Are they auto crits by any chance? If they hit?
Well, I mean, probably unnecessary because they're.
Yeah, 16 to hit.
Hits.
So that is max damage 17.
Head removed.
Then I will teleport 10 feet back to where I just teleported from to make an attack against the one I started near. Whoops. That's 12. The other one is a 10. So 24 to hit.
Yep.
Or 16 damage.
Chunk.
And then I will teleport another 10 feet to the left to maybe the one at the end of that row. Oh no.
Yep.
Sorry, no, I meant teleport to our left. Yeah, okay. I'll have a go at the one in the middle of those three. So that's a 29 to hit. And 14 damage. I realised I didn't actually do the Planar Warrior damage on the first attack.
Somewhat unnecessary.
Yeah.
Okay. As you do that, you hear a draconic shout of "Ram them!" Right? Okay, cool. As bursting out through the rock, seemingly, come two dragon-headed wooden metallic constructs, like a steam engine bursting out. Kobold mounted on the head of this thing with fanged mouths open and what looks to be a flamethrower sticking out of it. Another couple of kobolds leaning out like a fire and fireman leaning out of a steam engine. The kobolds sat on the floor, all sit up and spring to their feet. They did not get time to react before you killed them, but they were in waiting. They sort of leap up, basically use all holding a dash action to watching the battle sleep. Some of them, the ones that are able to, will jump this way to get out of the way of the incoming war machines. This one charges forwards to hit Lyra. And it's going to make 2 attacks with its spiked wheels. Its sort of front steamroller-like wheel comes out and slams into you. 2 attacks. That is a 25.
Yeah.
And a 19.
I will.
Actually, no, sorry, 25 and a oh, the wrong attack modifier. It's actually a 28 and a 23. I'm sorry, I'm going to have to take your first answer. Okay, well, I'm in charge.
Yes.
Both just hits. Well, a 19 and a 14, I added the wrong modifier.
What do you mean just hit? Of course they hit.
You get some stupid AC sometimes. Dealing is 15.
I will heighten a defense.
Which one?
The first one.
Okay, so that was 15, it's 21 reduced down to 11.
Yeah.
And 8. 14 on the second.
25 total.
Yes. The other one at the back is going to spit fire, aiming for the 3 that it can see. So it's going to go for Kelatar, Foundling, and Asher. One shot each. So we'll start with Kelatar. A 17.
Oh, well, actually, it was closer than I thought. Still, yes.
Okay. Asher, a unnatural 20.
Mm-hmm.
Foundling, a 22.
Okay, yeah, that hits.
So each of you gets a spit of fire. It's you. Absorbing elements. Okay. So it would be 10 points of fire damage to you, Kelatar. Reduced to 5. For Asher, you're immune to fire damage. He's like, oh no, it's cold.
Yeah, I'll resist fire.
Yeah, that's it. 19 reduced down to 10. And battling 21 points of fire damage.
Is this a ranged weapon?
Technically, yes.
Deflect missiles?
You can do.
Reduce it by 1d10 plus 19.
So as long as you roll more than a 2,
yes.
So yeah, I'll reduce it by 24, and I'm going to spend the keys to throw it back at them.
Are you throwing it at the war machine or are you throwing it at one of the kobolds?
Oh, at the kobold.
Okay.
So I guess that's an attack roll with proficiency, isn't it?
I would say not, unless is it considered a monk weapon?
I've never been quite sure how it works.
Oh,
Oh yeah, as a monk weapon, it says.
Okay, so it wouldn't get its 4d6, but it would get your monk weapon damage.
Okay.
So which of your many kobolds are you aiming at?
Oh, actually, I can't do that because I've got my arms full of weapons.
Ah.
I don't have a free hand to catch it, so I just deflect it and.
Okay, you just parry it away with one of the tonfas. Just.
Yeah. It's 4 hands. Still doesn't have one free.
I need them all for murder. Asher should understand this.
Oh, more than anyone.
All right, that would then be Kelatar.
I would like to send an Eldritch Blast at the 3 kobolds on the war machine closest to me, 1 each.
Okay. As you sort of conjure up to make it like they all duck inside, it seems that whilst they're on the machine, you cannot target.
Oh, in which case I'll target 3 of the ones on the floor then.
Go for it.
I don't think I'll wind up for me. So we'll go with two white meatballs closest, and the yellow one on the left-hand side of the second row.
Okay.
So the white one is 28.
Hits.
Other white one, 29.
Yeah, hits.
And the other one, 15.
Hits.
Okay.
It'd be a lot easier for you by standing up. It'd be a lot easier for you by standing up. 16 for the first white one. Not 16, sorry, 6. Okay, gone. 7 for the other white one. That one's just probably gone. Ooh. And 10 for the other one. So just this one here. No, the other end. This guy. Yeah. Dead. Come on. Anything else? Bonus action? I will do. I will cast a healing word on Lyra because she's a little bit typical. 6 points of healing. Yep. To Lyra. Real health and all that. I forgot about an extra thing that it does when it grounds you. Oh, no, I will then use my movement. Sorry. To move to your left. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 here. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. I was looking at the wrong one. I was looking at. Yeah, that's fine. That's my. Right, Cedric.
Okay. I'm going to. I'm kind of trying to think of what Asher might do. I'm going to move forward towards the big machine.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Can I go 2 more up?
That is your movement.
I have 40 feet of movement.
Then you can.
Thank you. I don't know what the giggling's about, but okay.
I'll explain in a minute.
Okay. I can't hit these guys inside this machine because they're inside the machine right now.
Yeah, you can target the machine. Though.
In fact, can I, instead of using my last 10 feet of movement, can I try climb onto the machine?
You can do.
Is there like a hatch on top of it?
There are a couple of hatches on the side, and the kobolds are sort of there. There's one on top and there's 2 on either side of it.
I would like to specifically try, if I'm attacking this machine, attack a hatch.
Okay. Make an attack roll then.
I would love to. As soon as I
with Genesis?
Yes, with Genesis, yep. 26 to hit.
Hits.
And that is... Ooh, nice. That is 14 points of slashing damage.
Okay. You hit it and you feel some of the metal and wood crumple, but not give away, but you have done some damage to it.
And then with my bonus action, I'm gonna... Right, I don't know. Do I have to have... do I have to see the point? That's interesting. Within range. Okay. Can I create a spiritual weapon?
The artwork of that.
Hold on, I'm going to pin you so everyone else can see. Hold on. Right, okay, nice. I see.
Put the combat back up now.
I will. Because I can do this within range, can I create a spiritual weapon inside the machine?
You could.
And then I can just... it says you can make a melee attack against a creature within 5 feet of the weapon. I don't have to see the creature I'm attacking. I just have to know that they're there.
True. Can't see inside. There's no door. So yeah, go for it.
Okay, so I'll drop a spiritual weapon in there and I will punch one of the kobolds inside.
Okay, I will say it is a disadvantage because you can't see. But you
that's
can
fine. Okay, and I say punch because the spiritual weapon's no longer a mushroom. Because of my bond with Asher, it is now the incarnation of Asher's arm. And you can see this just straight arm and fist with wolf tattoos on it. They're just literally bludgeoning people.
Nice. It'd be really cool if any of us could see it.
If anyone could see it, it would look really cool. So I'm going to make an attack roll. That's a 20 to hit.
That with disadvantage.
Oh, is it with disadvantage? The other number was higher.
Okay, that hits.
And that is... I did this at the lowest level, by the way. That is 7 points of force damage.
Okay. The spiritual weapon is contained within the... there.
And I end my turn.
Alright. At the end of your turn, as you sort of run over there, you see a shadow moving over here. And slowly making its way out. And you hear a voice. Familiar to you.
Right.
Lyra.
Yay.
Asher.
Woo.
And Kalatar.
The shame person on the flag.
So much, Laurie. You haven't faced this bastard yet.
I know.
That says.
Did you just leave Cedric out?
No.
Oh.
I said that it's familiar to you, Cedric, because you saw it and you recognised the voice, and then Lyra.
No, sorry, carry on. I just didn't hear my name.
You have returned to the lair of Ralakor. I need.
No, you don't. No. No. No.
I need 4. As the icon comes out and is going to, do that. I need 4 Lyra to make a wisdom saving throw.
You banish her.
I think she got herself anchored to this.
Actually, never mind. You're immune to this one. As this sort of pink cloud of white grey impacts into you, you feel it trying to pull you asleep, and you just go, I'm an elf, fuck it.
Well,
I just went to sleep. That's the first time that's ever happened, I think.
It was I had to randomly roll it, and that's what it came up with. It was a sleep ray. So second one that he comes at you, now he's annoyed. Make a constitution saving throw.
So 18.
Just fails. Oh, you have advantage because monstrosity.
I doubt I'll get better. That was a roll natural 16. Hey, 20.
Okay. This ray fires out and sort of impacts you. You feel it sort of seizing up at your muscle, and you shrug it off with your pure hatred of monstrosity. Next one is going to target Cedric. Oh, actually, I've probably been on the back on that, shouldn't I? There he is. Actually, I'll show it to the camera for everyone to see. Actually, I'll do it this way. There it is.
Yeah. Sorry, I literally just flipped the camera. Okay, we go.
Nice, Mini.
Nice. So yeah, there. So, Cedric.
Yeah.
Make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh no! I rolled a 1 now. Oh no, we're good. 23.
You succeed. You feel the ray hit you. It's a familiar one. It's one that hit Lyra previously. The last one you fought over a year ago. That seems to draw your essence away to somewhere else. And you anchor in place. And the final one against you. Row. Make a dexterity saving throw, Cedric.
Oh no! I mean, no. Oh, I mean, it's probably not going to be enough. 18?
Just fails. As the ray hits you, this sort of sparkling diamond dust ray, it impacts into your body, and you try to move.
Can I +5 it?
What's the range?
30 feet.
You are just out of range.
God damn it!
It impacts into you, and you try to move. You look down, your feet and your joints are sort of slowly locking up as a sort of emerald crystal starts to grow around the joints. You are slowly being petrified.
Technically, I won't die, so this is like the best outcome for Asher.
I know, right? You are slowly.
I'm going to be like a Horcrux, just like left out and die.
I can never die.
It's not really how it works, but
restrained and beginning to turn to stone.
Okay, thanks.
And that's the end of Ralakor's turn. Foundling. Your arms vanish.
Oh, okay.
And the rest of you in this area here, so just Miss Lyra, the magical enchantments that you have around your persons drop. So Asher, your strength returns to normal. Foundling, so does yours, and your arms disappear.
Yeah. So I would likely drop my staff and venom bites.
Your staff and your venom bites are ting, 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 ting. They are also not affected. and no longer magical. So all your magical items are currently regular, apart from Cedric and Lyra. The crowd is fine. We just got gravity constructs.
Oh my god.
I thought you said it just missed Lyra.
Yes.
Yes, that's what I said, except for Cedric and Lyra. So, Foundling. I should say Ralakor is currently floating about 30 feet off the ground.
Okay, I can't get to them anyway. I wasn't 100% sure I could see them because they're right on the edge of my dark vision. Oh well, I may not have 4 arms, but I still have 2 tonfas. And there's a bunch of kobolds to be killed, so I'm going to go to the white one that's at the bottom of the cluster nearest us. Yeah.
6. As you... no, actually, that's still part of the anti-magic. That's the... No, you are out of the anti-magic field, that one.
Oh, okay, so my arms reappear?
They reappear, but you've left your weapons behind.
That's cool. It just means I don't have to worry about taking off the pluses on my tonfas.
Yes.
Handy. Okay, first attack with a tonfa.
Go for
it. 15?
Hits.
Oh, okay.
Kobolds are not difficult to hit.
11 bludgeoning.
Dead.
Move up to the next one. Second tonfa.
Yep.
Oh, hang on. Be best to roll attack before I roll damage. So yeah, 18 to hit.
Yep. Which one are you going for? The white or one of the 2 yellows?
One of the yellows.
On the right-hand side?
Sure, why not?
Okay.
Only 9 damage on that.
Okay. It's still standing.
Okay. It can have an unarmed strike from one of my spare arms then.
Yep, okay.
On a 17 to hit.
Yeah, it hits. It's dead. It has 1 hit point.
Yep. Then the next yellow one can also have an unarmed strike. Not on a natural 1 to hit though.
Nope, this is. Hey, he's finally got 1.
Okay, so I will then flurry of blows for 2 more unarmed strikes for a couple of kicks. Yeah, that's making up for it. That's a 29 to hit.
Well, what, sorry?
A 29 to hit.
Yes, that hits.
And 12 damage.
Yep.
And then the white one. A 16 to hit.
Yep.
And 10 damage.
Just enough to get it.
And then I've got a bit of movement left, so I'm going to move into melee with the yellow one that's next to the crate. So I'm sort of standing next to the crate of supplies.
On there? Or this crate here?
That'll do, that's fine.
Okay. Alright, that ends your turn. At the end of your turn, Ralakor is going to use a legendary action to Eye-Ray Foundling. Make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, would this be a disadvantage because my arms have reappeared?
I think the arms only affect ability checks. Let me just double check the wording.
Yeah, disadvantage on dexterity checks, not saves.
Okay.
Cool.
Fine.
Yeah, 23.
You're fine. As this sort of grey ray hits, you sort of lift your foot out of the way and it impacts the ground, leaving...
Sort of whirlwind kick my way through and then flip out the way of the ray.
Yes, it hits the ground and you just see a cloud of dust and a small...
You just dodge death ray.
Disintegrate.
Yeah. Damn. I'm glad that was fired at you, mate.
Anna was using the scientific name.
Family just got the concentration rate, which would just turn into ash. All right, it is the end of that turn. I can't see this one, but I'm going to put it on anyway. It's useful for me. It's going to come down here. In fact, actually, will. Kalatar, hello. You see a flash of light, and just sort of from over here. Oh, and for the records, you're currently in the anti-magic field. You've felt all your enchantments.
Yeah, I was able to hear that only 2 people were
Yeah.
We're not in it, and one of us in it.
Correct.
Right. Sorry.
Yeah, there's sort of a flash of lights sort of permeating up here, and then a secondary one sort of down there, and then
okay,
that's all that you see.
Okay. Cool.
That's it. That brings us to Rushnir.
Hey, has it been made obvious that there's a glowy laser head guy?
What, the Beholder?
The Beholder, yes.
It's not within your dark vision, I don't think.
Yeah, I've got my goggles because it turns out these guys don't have it. But yeah, 60 feet. I think I'm just out. But surely seeing beams of light flashing from there, I could probably infer there's an enemy firing at my enemies there.
Yeah, you could probably infer it. If you took a step forward, you would be able to see it.
Yeah, so I'd like to step forward so I can at least see what the thing is.
Did you say enemies firing at my enemies or enemies firing at my
allies?
Friendlies?
I meant allies.
Freudian slip. He's evil. Everyone, we got it.
So hang on. So we're fighting a Beholder for the second time. Jared is the traitor.
Second time.
Jared is sus.
Jared's always the traitor. Anyway.
Arishner is sus.
Yeah. Right, well, if I'm in 60 feet, I will, and I can see it now, I will bonus action Slayer's Prey. Yeah.
Okay.
And then a quick question, what is that thing down the bottom of the map with the lines through it?
This?
Yes.
That's just rock. That's solid.
Okay, so it's not anything that you could get up on?
No. It's a solid support for the ceiling.
Okay, and the direction we came from is a tunnel, right?
Yep.
Am I aware that that while this guy's staring at me, or at least am I aware that at the moment all my magic stuff is gone?
You feel your enchantments have faded from you, so currently your armor class is no longer stupid.
Yeah. Well, actually, I took off my shield because I switched to my bow anyway. So
yeah.
Yeah. It's not stupid. 24. Anyway.
Well, without the shield, it would have dropped down to 20.
Yeah, and then
but even then, you've lost your magical effects. So
yeah, so it'd be 18 again.
Yeah.
Yeah. La da da. All right then. I'm then going to use the remainder of my movement to keep. Oh wait, yeah, I won't be able to see the damn thing. That's right. That's the problem. That is a sucky bit. All right then, screw it. I'll just do main attack. Actually, no, I'm gonna. Okay, I can see him. I've put the enemy thing on him. That's good enough for now. I'm then going to get some distance. Go back the way we came. But I'm gonna keep the construct that I can see there in sight and make an attack on it.
Okay.
The one next to my allies. Yeah.
Okay. So you drop out of sight of that.
Mm-hmm.
Just be away. Okay.
Just made myself aware and put a mark on it. So. And yeah, and I'll attack that.
Okay, make an attack roll.
Okay. Whippersnapper. Ooh, why you roll low? 15.
15 just misses.
Oh, balls.
You hit the shot with your bow, it fires and the arrow just off the piece of metal.
Fair enough. I'm then going to use the rest of my movement to hopefully get some cover? Question mark. I have 30 foot in total. Don't know if I've got enough left to
use 10 feet to go back and forward. And then going back, there's not really enough. You can get, well, just.
I mean, can I just go down the tunnel we came? Like, I don't know if it curves much at this point.
You come to the sharp corner and you sort of duck around it, but that's about it.
Yeah. Woo! Yeah. Go team. Right, I'm done.
But you are not hidden.
No, fair enough.
Leela.
May I clarify?
Yes.
My gadgets.
Yes.
Not magical.
Correct. They may replicate magical effects, but they themselves are mechanical.
So, yes. Well, I'm going. I brought the craft out here for a reason.
Yeah, I know you did.
Yeah. Let's go all guns blazing.
Just turn it round.
Yeah. Meteor swarm.
Yes.
I've got 4 shots for this, right?
Yes.
I'm going to do.
We're doing the meteor swarm one.
Yes.
Okay.
So I can choose 4 points.
No, it only fires a single version of it.
Blazing orbs of fire plummet to the ground at 40
Read the
points.
object rather than the spell.
Huh?
The object itself specifies that it only fires out a single shot of it. You replicate the effects of a single detonation from a meteor swarm. I'd argue that that's a single. Not a single. It's a single one of the meteor swarms that does the effect. So it still does all the damage, but it only hits a single time.
Okay, that's not very well.
I will reword it for your benefit.
Because I'd say that's just one shot and it goes into the spell of 4. Okay, well, that's still 40 feet.
Does it not have a potential for a fuck up?
Yes, and now that's changed, I don't need to do it.
Do it! I mean, the thing is it can go off course. Underground here, off course isn't going to be that far.
Doesn't matter, it's still 1 times d20 of 10 feet.
Yeah, but it's then going to hit a wall before it gets in. In here, it's going to hit a wall or it hits
it still detonates on Ralakor even if you miss by 30 feet.
And that's if you miss. Because you have to roll an arcana check, isn't it?
Yeah, 18.
You've got a fairly high arcana.
Fine, I'll do it.
Okay, so you climb onto the back of the crab.
We believe.
Focus the energy into it and charge it up. This new engine. You go, hey guys, watch this.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Now say you go.
Yahoo! Fuck this up. I'm gonna roll in.
Yes.
15.
Okay. So 1d10. So how does it work? The misfire.
1d20 times 10.
Okay. Then it goes off course.
Yes.
It's frustrating to me.
110 feet off course.
Nice.
What?
Okay. That's going to be an interesting question. It might hit the ball.
In any direction.
Any direction.
From your target in a random direction.
Okay. Roll a d8 for me.
1.
Okay. So it hits the back wall here. What's the area of the explosion?
40.
It just says a range. I don't know.
So the range is a mile.
40-foot radius.
4-foot radius, right? Okay. So I don't mind how. I need that thing. That's
That's doing a lot.
Right.
This is arguably better for. So 4-foot radius from the back wall.
Get me my gin.
It's over there. Ralakor is right on the cusp of the 40-foot radius. He is there. So it only hits him.
Okay.
Fine.
As long as it hits something, I do not care.
It's the thing that you kind of want to hit.
Yeah.
So what's the saving throw? It's a dex, I guess.
No, you don't. No, my. No, I only roll.
But it still makes a dex saving throw because it's like the meteor swarm.
No, you can't pick and choose what parts of the spell. On the item, it doesn't have any.
Right, I'm getting the item up.
There is
The outrage. I love it.
At least it happened to the only person who's got
Oh,
a
yeah,
fighting chance.
yeah, I was going to say, like,
I'm sat in the middle of the pair of them.
Right.
I'm not here.
the
Not here.
audible outrage.
Not here.
This is the lightweight artillery engine. Okay, fine.
On the spell, yes, there's a dex save. But on the item, the only thing I have to do is check.
Hit.
And it's not gonna fuck off somewhere.
Correct. However, because it is still part of one of your gadgets, when it has a spell, it still acts in the same way it has the spell, so it still has saving throws. So he still makes a saving throw against the damage. It's still a fuck ton of damage, but he makes a save whether or not he can make half of it. That's how the gadgets work.
No.
Your one which has the charm person on it, that doesn't specify on it that it has a DC, but it still uses your spell DC.
Next,
so it makes a deck.
Next episode.
What parts I can have and can't?
No, I'm picking the bits that are in the room.
Next episode, Laura's DMing because Luke's just suddenly can't be found.
So the deck save on that would be a 15.
I'll do it on here. It's fine.
It would be a 15. He's going to use legendary resistance to take half damage because it's going to fucking hurt.
No, it's 10.
Join us next week to find out
Yeah,
Luke's testicles.
Fire and 10d6 bludgeoning. No, sorry.
No, roll 20d6.
20d6 fire.
Half.
20d6 fire. 20d6 bludgeoning. Half the damage.
Yeah, it's not resistant to fire or shade.
Roll 40d6.
Yeah. We'll get there in the end. We may have to go to couples counselling, but we'll get there in the end.
I may have to keep preparing up fucking door.
No, we're both stronger than you. You first.
124 points of damage. So whatever, half of that.
So
62.
62.
Ow! An explosion that big.
No, let's not question it. Let's just move on.
It's just sucked all of the oxygen out of this room.
There is enough air supply down here, but there is enough air that doesn't go out. Oh, the explosion goes off, and it fires. There's a massive that's absorbed by the sand, the heat and the impact. As it blows away, the flash of light for all of you, it blinds you all for a second.
Oh.
As it comes away, there was a shattering and scatter of rocks as that shelf has gone. As had the wizard that was wandering around.
That's hilarious.
Who did not make his saving throw. And it's just gone. Look at this. You killed this grung, Minnie.
Pile of ash.
I don't know you had a grung.
Oh, brilliant.
I have one, was it? I was using it to represent the kobold wizard just so they look something different, but yeah, he's dead. So let's scrap him.
Sorry.
I wish I. So you actually killed something. I wish I just wish I had a character feed. I just go.
What you don't realise is that was Connor's wizard character.
What is left on the back wall now, where the explosion, the rock that was contained around the mosaics, are completely gone. Oh, but now left is a really nice glass structure from the superheated sand outside that is now preventing sand from pouring in. So that happens. I mean, the bonus action.
Yeah, is there anything else?
I mean, arguably you would have had to move forward because you couldn't see Ralakor from back there, but.
Oh, yeah. My shoes I would have moved.
Yeah. You moved.
She's aiming the thing.
What?
I thought
She was aiming at Ralakor.
Ah.
Yeah,
Right.
She had also seen the flashing lights and had assumed something was there.
So this actually moves on.
I will drones the little guys. I won't go for big machines, I'll just go for little ones.
Okay. Make your attack roll. I haven't got the drones out, but yeah.
They were out!
No, I haven't got them out. So I've got to put meeples out for them.
You want 2 meatballs?
Yes, please. They're there.
There.
They're buried up next to Quirkle.
Oh, yes.
Other games are available.
Quirkle. Okay.
There you go.
I'm wrong.
See, we're all fine. She's killed a wizard. She's all.
Stop it!
Help me!
It's only because I can challenge him. So that's it.
Yeah, you don't win, but you can
I
challenge
don't
him.
win, but I get my point across that.
You can get your points across as much as you like. It doesn't help. Anyway.
22 for Droney.
Yes, it is.
And
I'm assuming they're aiming for 2 different dudes.
yeah. Oh yeah, sorry. Let me pick. This yellow guy that's kind of by himself.
Yep.
Yeah. and then I'll go for the furthest yellow guy away from us.
Okay.
Droney will go for left, Dronad will go for right.
Okay. That one that you can see, and that war machine, you can now see that it is an illusion that has been conjured up. Some sort of hallucinatory terrain, if you will.
Oh, okay.
But you can all see through it now that something came charging out of it and shot fireball at it.
Okay. And a natural 20 for Dronad.
Yes. So Droney does
8 points of piercing damage. And another 8 points. Yes.
okay. That's the end of the drones and Leela. Turn.
And Laura, she's
There was a long pause between Leela and Turn. That's
Okay,
the end of
now-
Leela. Turn.
It is now the kobold's turn. This one, who is out on his own and is heavily injured, is going to turn and take a. Actually, no, he's going to wait till last. These guys are going to run away. And just sort of dash and go up this tunnel. That guy is. Two that are left near Foundling are going to attempt to stab with a dagger. They have advantage with pack tactics, but this may not help. A 19.
Hit.
It does hit.
Yeah.
This one won't. 12.
No. Yeah, 19 is my AC.
You take 3 points of piercing damage.
I almost feel sorry for them.
Yeah, you won't in a moment. As the one that's there clacks 2 stones together and kicks the barrel that is in front of him. As it does, a burst of fine white powder flour bursts upwards.
Oh.
As they strike into it, the spark ignites and the barrel explodes. Foundling Lyra, actually just Foundling Lyra, and both drones actually. Yeah, both drones. And that war machine. Make a dexterity saving throw, please.
So Foundling takes no damage.
On the D&D
Yeah.
Facebook group, I literally saw someone say, "What damage would you have for flower explosion?" earlier today. Literally saw that conversation.
It was Luke on his
It's
alternate
Luke's
account.
account. Yeah, it was.
My encounter builder. Just crowdsource all my encounters. Foundling,
29.
you're fine. Lyra?
What an arsehole.
What's Lyra?
15.
15, that just succeeds. The kobolds failed and they are obliterated.
What damage is it?
Fire.
Oh, cool, I'm resistant.
So you would have taken 33, it's reduced down to 16, and then reduced down to 8. 17?
Yeah, because 33.
Oh, yeah, so, yeah, so 33, 17, then down to 9. 9 points of fire damage there.
The drone.
Yeah, how do the drones do, Laura?
Not good.
No?
I'm just seeing, I don't think they're immune to fire. I'm just double checking. Or resistant to fire, whatever it is. No. 7 and 11.
Okay, they both take 33 points of fire damage. Yes. As they fire explodes out, eliminating that barrel and the actually the other machine stuff. Yeah, that fails.
Next over the crate.
The crates are obliterated. They're as obliterated as Kelatar was when Lyra stabbed some explosive barrels of black powder.
I mean, yeah, I was about as far away from it as those crates are.
So crates are gone. Foundling is somehow not on fire.
Foundling's like,
I ducked behind the kobolds, let them take the brush into the.
Yeah, exactly. Well,
All
you know
one
what?
up as a
All your
shield.
arms, you just grab the kobold. Okay. That is the end of the kobolds. So it would be Gorgons, but they're over there, sort of snarling in their cages. Asher.
Can I take a hard left towards that rock and then use my action to dash?
What's your movement?
40.
Okay, 40. Yes. 1, 2, 2. Where you going?
That's
Around rock?
as far as I can get, yeah. As far as I can get.
You are there. You now get the sense that you are out of the anti-magic field.
Perfect. That is all at the moment.
Okay, so at the end of your turn, you're going to use a second legendary action to target you with a ray. And I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
27.
Yeah, you're fine. You feel the ray impact into you, and you feel it sort of trying to suck your essence away, and you... and here. That would bring us back to the top of the round. Do we want to continue? It is almost 11 o'clock, or do you want to just leave it, take a photo, and pick it up next week?
I'll take a photo because this is going to be a
That's my
lot.
preference.
Yeah.
This is going to go long.
Okay. In which case, you pick it up there.
And all our viewers will have to tune in next week to find out how this ends.
Oh, of course.
Come back next time for the thrilling conclusion of
Well, find out.
the Wandering Stars versus a Beholder.
And also if Luke makes it to next week.
Oh!
Help me! So, thank you everyone for joining us. Apart from Laura, apparently. We will pick this up next time. Oh, I like thin ice. It's nice. I've lost some weight. I can walk on the ice now.
You'll regret losing all that weight when you have to stay outside.
I'm flat.
At least
Like
not
that ever
bad.
matters.
Sorry.
You have no power here.
Yeah, it's alright. I can see the smile with the eyes. The eyes are furious. Well, I've got ice cream. So, thank you everyone for joining us. Take care of yourselves out there. Come back next time. See us do this all over again. Take care of yourselves. Stay safe. And we'll see you next time. Good night, everyone.
Peace.